All right. So, our cool, crazy cats were ready to go again. They decided that they wanted to go half and half. But then suddenly, our super cool spellcaster was like, hey, look, we're tied to these guys. That's strange. Why is it white? Said one of them. I don't know. So then eventually they came across a area where they can find a way to descend to underneath the area. And then all of a sudden, these weird kind of goblin guys showed up. Balzac was like, hey, these guys aren't cool. Gotta take them out. Like super fast, super fast. In the process, they almost lost one of our folks, but they were alright. These guys are tougher than they look. They can actually handle a whole almost dying bit. So aside from that, yeah, we're back in after the first encounter, and we ended up getting tossed our first puzzle on the way, and then aside from that, we're making our way through the dungeon. So go ahead and stop our fun track and play our terrible, I guess not terrible, but our dark, dinky cavern music instead. Alright, so as we get back to it, you guys had just got your first clue to part of the puzzle that you'll have to solve through here. And you guys are on your way to the next section. So take it from here.
Moving forward through the hallway, is there anything of note so far?
So as of right now, as you guys are in the hallway, you can still tell that this cavern, it still has the nice smooth walls that are perfectly carved by pretty much expert stoneworks, and the floor looks good. It's still well lit, and there's not a whole lot of foot traffic in here, though. You'll need to do some proper investigating to figure out how fresh they are or not. But you do see a couple of prints here and there.
All right,
So-
so are we moving forward then? Are we done here?
I believe so. So with these prints, you said, does it seem like there were people tracking through this particular area recently then?
Yeah, you can tell that there's some footprints there, some boot prints. You're not entirely sure what caused them without further investigation, but you can definitely tell that there has been some traffic moving down here, at least within reason.
Does it seem recent?
Well, why don't you roll me an investigation check?
Is there anything else of note in the area?
Not right now. All you guys know that there's another entrance to another place, and then the path does split from where you guys are at. So essentially, if you guys look at the map, you're basically just seeing just the gray stonework on the floor, on the walls, small entryway down to the south of you, and a longer entryway on the top of you. But there's really nothing else of notice aside from a couple of boot prints on the ground.
11 investigation.
Okay, you don't know how fresh they really are, but you do know that it does look like that they are moving at least at an easy pace because of the spacing, from what you can guess. But you can't really tell how many and what type of numbers.
So, is anybody around here sneaky at all, or at least a little bit quiet? Looks like in front of us there's a kind of a hallway. Maybe we should try and peer down it. But I'm afraid if I go over there, I'm just gonna be a bull in a china closet.
I have never seen a purpose to being sneaky. If that is something that we should be doing, I don't know if that is the best idea for me to do. Maybe we
With
can
more
have
of an inquiry. Worst comes to worst, I'll charge in.
Look around at the group. We don't really seem like the most subtle bunch here.
The only one that I think kind of looks like that might be decent is this wizard in front of me.
If that was directed at me, I don't hear it, and I won't respond to it.
Well, you're behind me, but alrighty.
What was that? What am I doing? sorry. I'm distracted. My guts are mostly in the right place, but I have a serious stomach ache still.
That's fair. All right. Well, I'm just gonna walk around this corner then and kind of peer in.
Oh, was that all? If you want me to go around corners, I can do that just fine. Yes.
I just more wanted to see what was around the corner.
All right. I am going to attempt to circle around the corner and being quiet about it.
All right, go ahead and roll me a investigation check, so I can let you know what you see in the room.
Do you require a stealth check as well?
If you're not going further than that, then no.
Alright, if it's just the investigation, I rolled a natural 20 and I have a +5, so 25.
Oh, perfect. Wow. All right.
Hoofda.
So yeah, as you start looking into it, you kind of stop in your tracks because you notice very subtly, like if it was anyone else with an untrained eye, you would notice that there's a huge amount of spider silk in the air. Like you're thinking that this is a bit too much just to be your random, family of small spiders, and that there's something else going on here, and you can barely make out a shadow of one of them.
Okay, so quick question. How are we doing like the information transfer here? Are you telling us what's going on then at this point, or?
Well, if I'm being at least a little bit subtle, I would have taken a peek and then come back and informed you all, yes.
Okay. So then my next question is, approximately how far away are we from said webs? I have an idea.
Okay, so from where Kestrel is to the first big web, it's about 40 feet.
So it's about 40 feet in, there's a lot of webs. Did I see any spiders?
Yes, you saw one.
And was it extra large?
Oh yeah, it definitely is something that would be the size, if not maybe slightly larger than the Steel Defender that Lore has.
So there are some spiders in there who are about the size of our little short friend over there.
Well, I guess that poses a question then. Do we want to try and go around that, or do we want to look what's in the room?
Well, if we
Because
intend to go
I
in
may
there,
have a way to do something with those spiders.
does it involve a fire? Because if so, I'm entirely on board.
I like burning things.
And I rather suspect their webs would be flammable. At least if they're the same sort of spider I'm accustomed to, though these are significantly larger.
Is that an acceptable assumption? God.
Okay, say that one more time.
Burning spider webs.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can definitely set fire to that. I just gonna have to. I just need to know how you're going to set fire to them.
Oh, I think we have some methods.
I'm sure you do.
Well, I have a couple of options. We can either take the fireball barrage method, or not fire. Yeah, it is fireball, I think, right? Firebolt is what I'm thinking about. Yeah, fireball's the crazy explosive one.
Fireball, originally, I do have a bolt cantrip.
I'm sorry, I can't hardly hear you.
Oh.
Like, I've got you turned up all the way, and I can't hardly hear you.
I don't know how to fix that. My input volume is maxed out and everything. Like, I don't know how to fix that.
Yeah, you sound good there. It was just slightly earlier.
Yeah, earlier you like cut out, and I couldn't hear you at all. Anyway, so I got a couple options. I can either set my axe on fire and wing it at him, or we can do the fireball method.
I'm in favor of things that don't have us go charging into a room filled with possibly poisonous spiders?
Excuse me. I just walk past everybody, walk up to the doorway, and point my finger and try to set something on fire. So
Okay. And are you just trying to just shoot right to the middle of the room, or were you trying to shoot at?
wherever the webs are, I'm not sure if I can move the map much more yet. So
Okay. Yeah. So if you're just aiming towards the center of the room.
I have 120 foot range or 90 foot range. I think it's 120 foot.
Okay.
Fireable.
Go ahead and make me a perception check real quick, just so I can see if you able to pick up on something.
I think that's it.
Yeah. So you're definitely able to see these two lads now. Did those pop up for you guys?
They did indeed.
They did appear, yes.
Cool. Yeah.
Ooh, and these ones have stats.
And they're definitely not triggering my extraordinary fear of all bugs.
Just keep in mind that I actually haven't hard-coded these guys, so their stats are just like placement items. So.
Oh, okay.
So, Lore, if you still would like to take a shot at the webs or the spiders, let me know which one you decide to do, and I'll go from there.
Well, everybody was talking about shooting spiders, so I will do that, or shooting the webs, so I will do that because that is what people were talking about.
Okay. And is it just a cantrip that
Do you-
you're using?
Yeah. Do you want to roll initiative, or am I?
Since it's kind of more of a sneak attack, I'll let you just go ahead and cast it. Is it just a solid? So what's the damage that you do on that?
It's D10 if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to find my character sheet right now.
Is it Firebolt?
I think it's just
Yeah,
D10.
it's 1d10.
Okay.
I don't know what your hit DC is if you need a hit DC for it.
It's a roll to attack.
Yeah, and since he's just doing it in a general area where there's just a lot of webbing, what I will do is... Oh, let me see. Let me get my measuring stick out again. So if we're just doing it from basically where this web is, that's 10. Because you have not lured the spiders, because, my god, you guys are quite a few feet away from just probably just your normal line. I think they put these ones... Yeah, okay. So because you were just aiming at the webs, I'm just going to go ahead and say that the webbing on the ground ignites in a huge flame, and I will go ahead and get this encounter rolled up here real quick, and...
And while this is going on, I'm going to be like, well, I guess, never mind. Let's do this.
So I suppose as soon as I see him do that, I'm going to follow up and shoot a firebolt down there as well.
Okay, at the webbing or at the spider?
Did I see his firebolt connect? Did the spider webbing
Oh yeah, you definitely are...
quickly, or is it sort of just smoldering?
Oh, it kind of just ignited and spread real quick. Like this, you know, spider webbing. This type of spider webbing is just basically has caught on to any type of material from like leathers or other things that have just been hanging on there. So anything that was dried kind of just combusts instantly. So it's just gonna do a range of damage to these guys. Actually, let's go ahead and get initiative rolled so I can go ahead and do that because I don't think I can actually adjust it until we get Alright, so let's see here. Anth has 12 for initiative. So Lumen.
You just type that in. Is that how you did that, Anth? Maybe that'd be easier.
I rolled mine somewhere else and just typed it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
So Kestrel's 22.
Sick.
Lore gets 3. And let's see here. Tonka is a 5 and Belzec's a 15.
He accidentally closed his chat window and he can't get it back, so...
I don't know where my chat window went.
If you go up to the top
I
menu...
got it,
Oh,
see
did
it.
you? Okay.
Thank you for that.
Good lord, you guys get. Okay, so let me start this real quick and let me adjust some stuff around. Good lord, do they really have that much at first level? Nope. Alright, so I'm just gonna tweak this a little bit. So if I wanted to just add that mod. Oh. Okay, I guess I can do it that way. Alright, so because of the fire... So the firebolt is going to catch flame, and it's going to roast these two poor saps over here. Let me see here. It's going to roast this guy and this guy. I'm going to have... So the firebolt does 1d10. So go and roll damage, and then I'll just cut that in half, because it's just damage from area effect. Okay. So we'll round that up to 3 for these guys. 3 damage to that guy. And we'll do 3 damage to this guy. Okay, and then Kestrel, you said that you're going to get a sneak attack in with shooting a firebolt as well?
What was that?
Were you going to... What were you attacking with yours?
Oh, since the spider webbing is pretty much already starting to combust, I'm just gonna go ahead and fire it off at that spider there.
Okay.
Which Argus, if we're just going by initiative now, Argus would have me beat.
Well, it's just I'm letting you and Lore have a quick attack because you guys are both getting ready to blast that, and then we'll roll for initiative at that point.
Sounds good. I rolled a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna definitely hit.
Three damage.
Okay. 3. Alright, so that was spider 4. Okay. Alright, so now seeing that those guys got hurt and you just hear a large hissing sound, a couple more guys descend quickly and they're hissing out in anger as well, knowing that their territory has been invaded. Okay. Alrighty, so we will now just go ahead and start with our initiative, starting with Argus at 24. Good lord, that nat 20 roll.
Okay, all right. I'm going to come up here and see what the big fuss is about. Aha! I see what the fuss is about. So I am going to point at these spiders that I can see and say, "Oh, I don't like that," and I am going to I'm going to use my pact magic to cast Fairy Fire on the 2 that are closest to me.
Okay. Alright, so that is a...
Dexterity 13.
Okay. So... 1d20 plus that. So the first one gets it. And the second one gets it. Alright, so they both succeed on the rolls.
So they both succeeded, so the Fairy Fire doesn't affect either of them?
Yep.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to turn around and look back at Kestrel and say, "Okay, well, I tried what I could do, and I know you can do better than that, and I'm going to use my bonus action to inspire fire Kestrel.
Nice. Bardic inspiration. All right, is that it for Argus then?
Yes.
All right, spider numero uno. It's got, let's see here, 30. So, all right, and you didn't move at the end of your action.
No, I'm kind of there.
Okay. All right, so could do that, but nah, we'll just hold action and not worry about it. All right, that's it for spider numero uno. Let's go with Kestrel.
All right. I am going to try this again. I'm going to activate Blade Song. And rather than being foolish and just running in ahead of everybody else, well, too far ahead of everybody else.
What? I can't hear you.
I'm just going to fire another firebolt at them.
And who you shooting at?
Oh, it probably doesn't matter. I'll fire at the same one I hit before,
Okay.
and it's a 10 to hit.
Uh,
Oh, wait, no, I have an inspiration die. It's a 12 to hit.
Miss.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Even so, I'm going to run ahead and ensure that Argus is not going to go and get himself mauled by a bunch of spiders. There we are. And I'm going to just draw my sword and wait.
All right. All right, giant spider number 2. All right, he is just gonna take his full movement. I guess not. All right, that's spider number 2. All right, spider number 3. All right, so let's take out the measuring. Phenomena. All right. All right. Seeing how this one got cooked by ya, he just kind of eyes you, raises his back end a little bit, and he's gonna attempt to web ya.
Fantastic.
Oh, but not with that roll, not with a 7.
Oof.
Fantastic.
All right, that's it for giant spider. All right, Belzak.
Alrighty, so let's see. As I go by, I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder and be like, "You tried, buddy." I'm gonna come up to here, and I'm gonna use my action to cast Firebolt at. This is the one everybody's been hitting, right?
Yeah, number 3.
Yeah, let's go ahead and try and get one of them knocked out, so I'll throw it at him.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that hits, but that is a 22.
Oh yeah, cook him.
All right. That would be for 8 points of damage.
Nice. Huzzah! All right. Anything else new or exciting?
Honestly, aside from making sure I got my shield out, I'm pretty much good to go.
Okay. Lunim.
All right, I am. Oh, that does work that way. Okay. I'm gonna move out here beside Argus, and spider number 3 still up.
Oh yeah.
It's the one that's taking damage, correct?
Yep.
All right, cool. We're gonna cast Toll the Dead for DC 15 Wisdom.
What? Making me do a wisdom saving throw. Okay. So.
In my experience, spiders are quick, but they're not smart.
Yeah, it's a 10, so
7 damage.
all right. He ain't looking too hot right now.
Or maybe he is.
It's my turn.
All right. Last of the great spiders. Have this one come out. All right. He's gonna sees a fox person out there. He's like thinking to himself, fox. Haven't had that in decades. Wow, and that one. Yeah. I ain't hidden. All right, that's it for that spider. Tatanka.
I am just gonna move over here and then be done because that's all I can do.
Okay. And Lord to finish up.
I'll go ahead and attack Spider 4 with a fire bolt since it's 25 feet away.
Sweet.
And I don't have line of sight on the other one at this point. These are towers, I take it, pillars.
Yeah, pillars all up the room.
$16, it looks like.
Yep, that'll hit.
Boom, 5.
Nice.
And then my Steel Defender, Useful. Since that is his name, we have not discussed it yet, but somebody called him Useful, so I think that's his name now. He's going to come up to this position here. And no attack or anything, just bark, bark.
Bark, bark. Sweet. All right. Back to the top. Got Argus.
Earth to Argus.
Sorry about that. I just kind of spaced out there for a minute. I was admiring my own reflection. Oh, wow, these spiders are a lot closer than I was expecting. Not a fan of that. So I am going to fire off an Eldritch Blast at Spider 4. It's too close for me.
All right, so you're gonna blast Spider 4?
Yeah.
Okay. And
That is, oh my god. Okay. Yeah, that's another natural 20.
nice.
Oof.
We're doing it.
So how are we handling criticals?
Roll 2 of the same dice type. So if it's 1d10, it's 2.
Okay. That is a 3 and a 10. Wow, 13 points of damage.
Nice. Cooking it.
Oh, damn, and because I'm stupid.
What's that?
I am then going to use my bonus action to cast Hex on Spider 3.
What'd you explain to kids at home what Hex is?
Place a curse on a creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. Also, choose one ability when you cast a spell. The target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability, not saving throws or anything like that. So I'm going to go with Strength. And if the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on subsequent turns of yours to curse a new creature.
All right. So sorry, one more time. So what? So is it just what save again?
There's no save.
Oh,
it
it's
just happens.
Oh, it just happens. Okay.
It is just hexed, and it has disadvantage on strength ability checks.
Okay. All right. So spy number. You said 4 or 3? You said 3.
3.
3 is hexed. Okay. State is.
It would have been amazingly better if I'd cast that before I had attacked, but here we are.
Hey, look, there's a hex symbol now. All right, so it's got disadvantage. Yay. All right. Anything else? Going once. Going twice.
Nope, that should be it. I'm fine where I'm at, I think. Behind the big people.
Fair enough. All right. So back to spider number 1. Let's see here. Oof. Okay. So. All right. Gonna just run up to Belzec and then gotta try to bite. Take out 13's not gonna hit.
That definitely doesn't hit.
All right, that's it for spider number 1. Kestrel.
Is spider number 1 within 5 feet of spider number 4? I wasn't sure. Yes or no?
Yeah, I'll consider that. One's
Okay,
one square
I wasn't
between.
sure.
That's 10 feet, so
Oh,
It is. That's why I was asking.
oh,
I
are we gonna,
was
yeah. Actually, that's right. So yeah, I guess
5 feet. 5 feet's adjacent.
okay. So
Okay.
we're gonna play with Jason rules then. So
wondering- Yep. What was it? I lost my thing. Okay. I'm just going to take a swing with my rapier at spider number 1.
spider number 1. Okay.
That's not great. 12.
No, swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Okay. And that is all I'm doing. Yep, that is it.
Okay. So that brings us to giant spider number 2. All right. We're gonna try to. Let's see here. We're gonna try web up Kestrel. Not with a 9. So it's it for giant spider number 2. Number 3. Alright, he's gonna try to attack dog, and he has disadvantage. Oh, that would have been so good, because that's that one! Damn it! So yeah, it's a miss.
So you're trying. Oh, I'm sorry. Who are you?
It was your steel defender.
Well, if you attack the steel defender, you don't have disadvantage.
He's got hexed.
It's only on
Oh,
strength
gotcha.
checks, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only a
Oh,
It's on
strength
strength
check.
checks.
It's not on
Oh,
attack.
like
Not a
Oh,
dex
sorry.
check.
rippling or something.
Sorry, I thought I misheard that. Alright,
Yeah,
so
Yeah,
Hex
no,
is
no.
great.
grapple
It's
or
not that great.
thing. Yeah.
yeah.
That would be.
That's a little
broken.
OP for a no saving throw required thing.
So you definitely hit. You rolled a 23 there. That's
Okay.
fine.
Alright, so now we just roll. So what is it then? 1d3. Okay. 1d8. Okay. 10 damage to Steel Defender.
Okay.
Alright. So. And is it. Well. I guess it still has to make a con save, right? Even though it's mechanical?
Yeah, it's still a. Is it poison?
Yeah.
It's immune to poison damage,
Okay, so then
and it's immune to poison condition.
Okay, so then we won't worry about it then, because it's poison
Okay.
damage. Yeah, I wasn't too sure. I was like, not 100% with it. All right, so yeah, he takes a bite out of a Steel Defender and onto Balzac.
All right, so I have a quick question. Can I actually position myself in front of Kestrel, like go like that?
Yeah, because she would. Well, technically, you're engaged with Spider One, so
I'm still in range of Spider One.
I'm gonna
Like
say
I'm not.
I'm gonna say no because it's
Okay.
Yeah, because it's right in front of you.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna stay right where I'm at to try and keep the squishy one behind me safe, and I'm gonna swing at the one right in front of me.
Okay. So numero uno.
Helps if I grab the right die though. Oof. Oh. I'm going to assume this doesn't hit, but actually no, never mind that. I didn't realize the hit DC was high on that. 15.
Oh yeah, that hits.
I rolled an 8. That's why I was worried. Alrighty. If I can grab the right one. Oof. That is 6 points of damage.
Okay. 6 to number 1. All right. All right. Anything?
And I'm going to stay right where I'm at.
Okay. All right. So nothing else from Balzac. Lunim.
I am going to. Out of all the spiders, does one. I believe it's 1 or 3 that are most damaged, correct?
It's 3 and 4.
The one that's hexed with the mark underneath it, I think, is the
Yeah.
worst one.
Okay, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at spider number 4.
Okay.
$12 to hit.
That's gonna miss.
Is gonna miss. Fun. Okay. That is my turn.
Okay. All right. So we're down to spider number 4. Just gonna take a step that way, and we'll see if we can hit. 15 take won't hit you.
Miss.
All right. All right. Tatanka.
I am gonna move over here
Oh, okay.
and wail on spider number 2 with my great axe.
Okay.
18 to hit,
Yep.
19 damage.
All right. That's gonna hurt.
Damn, you hit hard.
Jesus. Anything else from Tatanka aside from killing my poor mobs?
That's good for now.
Okay. Just checking, ma'am. Lore.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of squeeze in back through here.
Okay.
Do we know which ones have taken damage? I've been.
All of them have taken damage.
So I'm moving over to the one with line of sight with advantage from a doggo. And I'm gonna stab it with my spear.
You're talking about this guy here, number 2?
No, this one here.
Number 3 with the hex?
Yes.
Okay. And that will miss.
I have advantage.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead and roll your other one.
It definitely misses. Oh wait, hold on. Did that work? Okay, it did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it worked, but you rolled the exact same.
Yeah, yeah. And then my dog will attack the same thing with my bonus action.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think I should do that. I will use my mend ability that the dog has. Just give me a second here. I'll risk an attack, I guess, at this point. I think I can go another attack, hopefully.
Yeah, that'll miss. Oh no, actually, that hits. You're good.
Okay. Right. Boom.
Nice. All right.
4 damage.
To number 3. Okay.
The pincer move did not work this time. Lore is surprised by his offensive ineptability at this point. But useful was useful, so.
Okay. All right, so that's the end of round 2. Back to the top to Argus.
All right. Well, we're going to do the same again. That seemed to work smashingly before, so let's go. Going after number 3 with my hex on it.
Okay.
With an Eldritch Blast, and that is a... not a lot. I've lost my character sheet. There we go. It is a 9. That is going to be a miss, I'm sure.
9 to or sorry, what?
9 to hit.
Oh, 9 to hit. Yeah, that's gonna miss.
You need to move down here away from the spiders, and then that's it. I'm done.
Spider numero uno, where are you? Oh, right for a belt sec. Okay. All right. Well, let's try this again. 18 hits you.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
It would, but I'm going to use my reaction for this to cast Shield,
Oh, okay.
which will up my DC to 19. I guess that still hits, doesn't it? If it's 19.
No, it'll miss because he rolled an 18.
Oh, then yes, I will do that. So,
Does shield work on melee?
As far as I know,
Yeah,
it
no.
just increases your armor class by 2.
It's by 5, and it works on everything that has an attack.
Oh, it is +5. You're right.
to hit.
So currently, my armor class would be 22. So
Nice.
yeah, definitely doesn't hit with that up.
Until your next turn, your armor class is 22.
Yes.
Very nice. Oh yeah, right there. Yeah. Yeah, it's a reaction. Very. Well, it's only a first level spell. Very nice. I'll have to make a note of that.
Because it only works until your next turn.
Yeah, I'm burning a spell slot to use this, but that's all right.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's still a nice boost that you can take in Milva melee. Okay, so yeah, Spider's gonna miss, and he's gonna stay put. So Kestrel, go ahead.
All right. I am going to fuck it. I'm going to attack Spider number 1 using green flame blade. I'm going to miss. That was a 10 to hit. So that's the end of my turn.
All right, we're definitely being hot and cold tonight. Everyone in general. All right, so Spider number 2's turn. Where's number 2? Number 2, hang out with. Oh yeah, that's the one that got crushed by Tatanka earlier. Ah, that's right. All right, let's see if we can hit Tatanka.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's.
That hits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you crushed it on its last turn, so
Revenge crits.
right. So that's gonna be 2d8 plus 3. So 11 points of damage. And then make a con save.
Ten.
Okay, so you save, so only take 4 points of poison damage.
Aren't you a dwarf?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Aren't you resistant to poison then?
Yes, I am.
Poor Sal.
I know. That's alright. I'm actually kind of glad about that, because again, I'm like, oh, well, that's gonna hurt a little bit. Okay.
Half our party's immune to poison.
That's alright. It means I can't get lazy with using poison as a trap or anything like that. Alright, so I should actually do that too. Because technically I've only dealt damage to just Tatanka, right?
I believe so.
You hit useful pretty hard.
Oh, right. I got to actually forgot some HP for that.
Wait, sorry, quick. I'm trying to figure this out. On her sheet, it just says that she gets advantage on poison rolls. Like she's resistant, not immune.
Yeah, no, she takes half damage.
Oh, okay. Sorry. For some reason, I thought it was immune.
Yeah, so
Yeah, if you mouse over where it says defenses, she has resistance to poison. That means she takes half damage to poison.
Okay.
yeah, so
Dwarves are hardy and are more resistant to being poisoned, but yeah, they can still die.
So it was already 9 points of damage halved because it was successful, so then halve that again.
Yeah.
So, okay, so 4, so we'll just say 2 points of poison damage on top of the 11 points, so 13 to Tonka. What? Oh, because she had temp
Wait,
HP.
what?
The temp HP I think she had from last round. Did that wear off?
No, I still
no.
have.
Okay, so yeah, her temp HP pretty much absorbed most of that, so.
It'd be 5 damage to her health then, right? Wasn't that an 8 that he rolled last time?
6 because it was a 7.
Oh, yeah.
So you just put it in as damage and it'll hit the temporary hit points first.
Yeah, so that's why she's at 32.
Okay.
All right, I forgot about your temp HP. So way to go, Map Tool, for saving that information for me. All right, that was Giant Spider number 2. So number 3, who's poor guy's hexed. He's just gonna fight useful one more time. All right. 14 hits, useful.
It does not.
Okay.
15 AC.
Nice. All right, so that's it for Giant Spider number 3. Belzak.
I'm going to swing with what's in front of me. And that definitely is going to hit. That would be 24 to hit. So.
Oh, yeah.
And then if I can ever grab the right die, it'll be nice. There we go. So that will be 10 points of damage to the one in front of me.
Nice. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Currently, no, I kind of don't want to break the wall, so I'm going to stay in place.
Sounds good. All right. Lunim.
I will cast Toll the Dead on spider number 4. Again, DC 15 Wisdom.
Ooh, okay. All right. Let's see.
3 damage. Oh boy.
To number 4.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
That's the end of my turn. I'll step forward here.
Cool.
I'll stay in range of the spider still.
Alrighty. So spider number 4.
Took everything in me to not cast Spiritual Weapon just because I'm bored of this now.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much fun you get out of smushing spiders, so.
Yeah. They're just not dangerous enough for me to warrant it. I've decided. Medium has decided, rather.
Alright, so would this be considered part of our flanking bonus because there's 2 on the opposite of you, or were you not going to say that because currently they're all engaged?
I think I'm flanked.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not overdoing it with our flank rules.
Spider 1 and 4 are definitely flanking him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Spider number 4 going to take a bite out of Fox. Not with that, and definitely... Oh, God. Wow. Man, bot hates me tonight.
Hot and cold.
Right?
Mostly cold.
Mostly cold tonight. Alright, that's Spider number 4, Tatanka.
I'm gonna swing at spider number 2. And that is a 21 to hit.
Yep.
16 damage.
At least we have one person who can hit shit.
That's about all I'm good for, but I can do it.
She does it really well. Alright. Toast. Hasta luego. Okay. Anything else, Tatanka, before you start smooshing more spiders?
No, that's about it.
Alright.
Is it a great axe you're using? Just curious.
What did you say? Sorry, Josh was asking me a
I
question.
was just asking if that was a great axe.
It's
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a great axe.
Cool.
Alright. Lore.
Attacking spider number 3 again.
I wish you Godspeed, sir.
Wait, you're a cleric now?
Hey.
Hey, there's a natural
Holy
20.
shit. Alright. Kill it.
I will not roll the other one.
We're doing it.
Alright, well. Looks like 7 damage there.
Okay. It's bleeding pretty badly. Staggering slightly.
Alright, I'll have useful get on it again.
Okay. Narrowly misses. And hit.
Advantage. Boo. 3 damage. Man. Really bringing the thunder.
It's you could tell that this thing's literally on death's door at this point, just hanging on to whatever will force of just sheer anger from being hexed, essentially. But it's still squirming enough to show that it's still alive. All right, anything else, Lore?
That's about it for me.
All right, Argus.
All right, number 3 is still up, so I'm going to fire an Eldritch Blast up his butt again.
Oh god.
That's a cracked die. That is, haha, that is a 7.
No.
That's going to be a miss. That is all I have.
Okay.
Really lighting a fire up his ass.
Well, I'm going to move, like, far away. Down into the room. I don't know if anything else is here, because I'm flying.
No, as far as you can
Don't
tell.
think if I see anything else, that's...
Burning webs.
Yeah, all you're doing is you just see what remains of what was in the webs and their charred remains at this point. Alright. Well, spider number 1. Alright. Well, damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't, so let's try to attack Belzac. Nope. Swing and a miss. Kestrel, go ahead.
All right. Spider number 1 would be considered flanked if I moved forward. Yes.
Yup.
I move forward. I'm going to use Green Flame Blade and attack Spider number 1.
Nice move, by the way. I see what you did there.
All right. Better. 16 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Excellent. Spider number 1 is going to take 9 points of damage. And spider number 3 is going to take 3 points of fire damage.
Oof, alright.
And that will be the end of my turn.
Alright, so, whoops. Okay, so this should be technically... Alright, so this thing catches on fire, shrieks in agony, and dead. Alright.
Nice.
So if 2 and 3 are dead, we jump all the way back down to Belzac.
What I've been doing has been working pretty well so far, so I'm going to go for it again. Let's see if I can get him down. Ooh, natural 20.
Nice.
I really like these die that she bought. Wait, that's not the right one. That would be 9 points of damage.
To numero uno.
The one right in front of me.
Yeah, this one's stumbling around and it's bleeding pretty profusely. It's just shrieking in anger. Anything else?
No. You can't really do anything else besides attack, so...
Okay. Lunim.
All right. At this point, I'm just gonna hit it with my hammer. Spider number 1.
Okay.
$19 to hit.
Yup.
8 bludgeoning damage.
Spider number 1. Crushed it.
Cool. That is my... I'm gonna step here. And that's my turn.
Okay. Alright. And then we've got the last of the big spiders in here. And he's just going to try to take a shot at Fox. And 20. Hello?
And does 20 hit?
Yeah, 20 hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So-
Holy moly, what is your armor class?
It does hit.
Alright. $1d8 plus 3. Oof, okay. 10 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then roll. Are you immune to poison?
Nope.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a con save.
17.
Okay, yeah. So you're only gonna end up taking 4 points of damage, so 14 altogether.
Cool.
Okay, Tatanka.
Okay, I'm gonna move there and swing on him. 15 to hit,
Yep, that gets him.
18 damage.
Explain to me how you're going to kill this poor spider.
I'm just gonna spin around really fast and let it hit it.
Ah, spin to win, huh?
Ooh, I got something for this.
Oh.
It's in our chat though. Go ahead, like do your thing here.
Ha!
The Legion Arms Warrior.
It is.
Is it gorilla time?
It's
is.
gorilla time.
Alrighty, congratulations, everyone. You have killed the poor spiders who, nest you decided to invade and light on fire. So, alright, they're all dead. And as you guys finish up combat, let's see how long did that take us. Approximately 5 rounds, so 30 seconds, we said, because each round's 6 seconds. So, yeah.
If you're asking that, the math is right.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you guys vanquished the poor spiders with hopefully minor enough injuries. As you guys see that, as you fought the fires that spread throughout the web, there's just, just stuff that is dropping, bones, pieces of leather, and stuff on the ground from poor adventurers who cannot combat these giant foes. Let me know what you'd like to do at this point.
I just want to see, like, do a quick glance through all the webs and see if there's anything of interest.
Yep. Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Ooh. I really like these dice. So with investigation, that would be a 21.
Damn. Okay.
18 plus 3.
All right. As you guys are going through, you guys find 7 silver pieces for each one of you. And 14 copper pieces for each of you. There is some stuff like some broken daggers, some swords with chips in them, some damaged armor. Nothing of high value unless you guys want to scavenge for stuff like that. But it's basically just a whole bunch of bones from poor adventurers that were in this room who got caught by the spiders. Some minor adventuring kit, like essentially, your basic supplies, old rations, oil, rope, stuff that you would find on common adventurers.
What kind of oil?
Just normal lantern oil.
I would definitely take that.
Okay.
Are they really old?
Say that again, I couldn't hear you.
Are the rations still edible, or are they like really old?
There's enough for probably at least 2 days worth that are probably still edible that haven't gone completely rancid.
I mean less like for our use and more just to see like how long ago they were.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, there's definitely rotted bread and meat from like maggots and stuff. That's like you can tell that some of these guys may have been down here for at least a couple months, if not more than a handful of weeks, depending on the state of it and what they were carrying. Like I said, anyone carrying any like bread type perishables, those are pretty much completely rotted through with maggots. Dry rations like jerky and stuff. There's still some that's edible on some of the fallen victims, while others you can just tell that it's just completely rotted through. So you can tell that some people may have been down here for at least a couple of months at best. There are some bones that are completely bleached white, and you can tell that may have been like a year or two, but you can definitely tell that these things have picked some of their victims completely cleaned.
Despite the fact that the tall man in the sky said that no one had discovered the cube they built over it, It seems as though some people figured it out weeks ago, or years ago, or centuries ago. It's hard to tell.
Those goblins were in here. They seem to at least have been in for less than a long period of time. And nobody else had moved that crate, the entrance, so I wonder how they got in.
Perhaps through the end that we were originally looking at.
No, the answer to that is intruder window. Get it? Intruder window?
Your nonsense never is.
Ah, preposterous.
Okay, so is there anything that is of interest here? Like, do I see anything in the room? Like, we just cleared out this room. Obviously, spiders are in here, but is there anything, I guess, puzzle-worthy in here, or like,
Sure.
I should take note of?
All right. For that, go ahead. For anyone who wants to try to decipher what's going on in this room, go ahead and make me a history check.
I'll get in on that. I'm mainly interested in why it looks like there are these raised stairs here that lead to nothing. If that
Jesus.
You require us to be proficient with history to make a check.
No, not for this check.
8.
I can't be bothered.
15.
All right. So anyone with a 15 or higher, you can kind of see where Laura is. There's some writing on the wall that's just kind of odd. It's kind of showing a diagram of someone in some sort of area that they're just kind of taking some sort of they're taking some kind of grass and they're just kind of milling it. But for those of you who rolled a 15 or higher, you can kind of tell, like, is that flour? And you see someone in a kind of the pictures on the wall also display someone kind of in a white suit and white clothing, and they're just kind of taking different items put together and making some sort of circular object with them. And when he's done, he throws it into the sky, and it becomes the brown circle that you saw in the other room.
Wait, they did what? They took what and threw it in the sky, and it was.
So okay.
Flour.
Yep, he took flour and he mixed it. It looks like that. In one picture, they took wheat, and then in the next frame, they turned it into flour, and then on the next frame, it looks like they added a couple of other items to it, and then the next frame shows him tossing said items into the sky, and then the last one is just a big brown circle, and that circle looks almost exactly as the one in the other room that you guys were seeing.
So is there flour in here, Sal, or is that just a portrait?
It's just a portrait.
Okay, so quick question: did you say there was writing on the wall that we couldn't distinguish?
Yeah, you couldn't distinguish the writing because it's not in a language that I don't think any of you are familiar with, because it's not of this world, and none of you guys have visited the archives except from lore. And
Well, I was actually going to add. The reason I was asking is to say, "Hey, Lore, can you read what this says?"
oh, well, there you go. Yep.
Oh, can I read what it says?
Oh yeah, your history check was a 25, so yeah, it basically
Oh.
you literally got what you needed out of it. So it basically tells you that you need to take flour, and let me pull this up real quick. So essentially, you know that you need to take flour, and it needs to be thoroughly sifted, or else the quality will not do well. And you need to allow it to rise somehow, and then on top of it, you'll need to mix in other common items such as salt, an egg, and water. So it's just giving you a recipe of some sort.
All right. You were breaking up there, Sal, at least on my end, so I don't know if that was
Oh,
happening
sorry.
for everybody else. But
He was.
He was.
Okay. Sorry about
it's
that.
fine. I got the gist of what you said.
Okay. Yeah. Essentially.
I informed the party that this is a recipe for some type of dough. I don't really know anything about food because I don't eat it myself, but I know my master really liked food himself. He of course was deceased before I got to be able to make things for him, and I've never made food for anybody else. But yeah, that's apparently what's on here. This is a recipe. Were there any of these? Are there images in this room, or is it just up here? So
It's just on this side of the stairway. It's just one giant mural depicting, all the stages that you'll need to take to make said pizza dough.
do any of you have flour?
I do, actually.
What?
You asked, I answered. I have flour.
That is a strange thing for someone of your kind to have.
My reasons are my own.
So, this great... Excuse me, sorry. This great puzzle that we're trying to solve, it wants us to cook?
Looks like sorcery to me.
They were ovens back there. They weren't. They weren't for weaponry. The fires were too weak. While they could, the fires could burn, but not that much harshly. So that would tend to make sense.
I'll, scoff to myself and say, this is foolishness, and walk off looking for what else there is in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm wanting to do. Is I'm going to walk forward at this point after figuring out what's on the wall and just kind of come over here and see what's going on up here.
Okay.
Can I, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say I wanted to know what this grate over here is. What's up with that?
Yeah, you just see that it's just a drain that's just draining anything. But since it looks completely dry, as if nothing has gone down it for a long time. It's just made out of just your standard stonework. It's nothing too interesting out of it. It looks like it's just used just to drain. If this place were to flood, it's just supposed to drain excess water.
And would I happen to notice anything else in this hallway before continuing on?
Nope, this hallway is pretty typical of the one. So if you had taken the other pathway and you saw how that hallway was designed, it's exactly the same type of material and everything.
Okay, what's the sorry, I'm more inquiring just because I see it. What is this stuff on my character's over by?
Oh, so if you guys see this black square, it just means that it's just a gap that you guys are since that was supposed to be another pathway, and I didn't have time to make the same grade type of tile to make over it. So that's just basically a block.
Okay.
Just straight as part of the wall, essentially.
Okay, well then I'm just going to keep adventuring forth up to here. There's nothing I see readily apparent walking into here.
No, but go ahead and for anyone who's in this hallway, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Oop. If my dice doesn't fall off the desk.
20 total.
6.
Oh, there's a low
18.
one finally. You said perception, right?
Yep.
That would be a 9 for me.
All right. Anyone with a 15 or higher, you hear sounds of scuffling to your right.
Do I have any idea what that sound could indicate? Does it sound like beasts or more spiders, or...
You basically hear sounds of something being stuffed in bags and boots and just some hushed whispers.
Does it sound like it's coming from this closer hallway or from further away?
Further west, coming down the hall a little bit more.
I am going to very quietly and sneakily attempt to creep down the hallway and see if I can spot movement.
Okay, you're gonna try to stealth over
I
there.
shall sneakily and stealthily go with her.
All right, both of you roll me stealth checks.
This is a bad idea.
How close can we get before, obviously setting things off? Like, say if I wanted to go to, here, do you think they'd hear me?
Well,
It depends on your stealth.
yeah, it depends on your stealth roll.
If I see Kestrel looking
Okay.
when she's preparing to go somewhere, I will put my hand on her shoulder and say good luck, and I will cast Vigilant Blessing. You have advantage on your next initiative roll.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, 25.
Jeez. All right.
16.
All right. Let me see what I can do here.
Sorry, you said we heard the sounds coming from the west?
Yep. Oh, sorry. The east. I'm sorry. I knew I said.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. I made a error on that one. So.
No worries.
Good lord. Really? Even the freaking Warforged has a stealth of 22. Jeez.
Is
Oh,
that a
where-
stealth roll or initiative roll? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a.
Roll. We're a couple of us are sneaking down the hallway to look for the sounds of the
Sorry, I thought that was initiative. My bad. I'm not moving or sneaking. I do have disadvantage, by the way,
Okay, I was about to say.
when
I'm
I
like,
do that. So.
Yeah, I was thrown off there because I'm just like, what the hell's going on here? Like, how's the Warforged get that much? Okay.
Well, while you're figuring this out, I'm gonna just kind of quietly mention to Lore as like, by the way, next time when we're doing plans, don't run ahead. I actually had a plan that could have possibly taken out one of the spiders entirely. So, please.
I'm sorry. I just when people ask for fire, I have to apologize. I really like to make fire.
Hey, hearing nothing. All right.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna charge in stealthily.
Yeah. So, Kestrel, you know, you can definitely tell that these guys are. Let me go ahead and do this because, jeez, mighty Christmas. Ugh. I am my own worst enemy right now.
Well, that nat one, that sweet nat one.
Right. Yeah, so as you peer around the corner, you just hear you see, you know, a couple of guys that are in kind of shoddy pieces of equipment and they're like, "Oi! What's with all the stuff down here? I don't get it. There's no loot, there's no treasure chest. We're promised treasure. And all we're finding is just nothing but old soddy cooking items. Yeah, what are we supposed to do with this? Eat it? Bah, I'd rather go eat a fish from the market that's a week old than this." And they're just kind of bickering and talking about the fact that all they're finding in here is just, they're basically just found a giant pantry and that they're just cooking food that they're just kind of lobbing off, and they're pretty upset at the fact that there's nothing worth of value to them, at least in these rooms.
Alright. Well,
So I'm gonna kind of wave at them and be like, kind of shrug my shoulders, like, "What's going on?"
I give him a thumbs up.
I'm going to hold up 4 fingers, and then I'm gonna tap my sword, and hope that he figures it out.
I'm gonna put my thumbs together and then wiggle my fingers like it's a bird.
All right. Well, I'm gonna step up slowly. No, slow down for a sec, please. I'm gonna step up slowly and kind of wave everybody to get in a line, and then I don't know anything at this point, so I'm just gonna kind of move forward, kind of slowly, like keep everybody slow, and we'll catch up to them. Like try to go and move. I'm gonna watch what they're doing and kind of follow their lead, but I'm gonna get closer. So basically, I want to kind of try to be somewhat stealthy, coming up here, get as close as I can before whatever is going on up here. Because my interpretation of her was she's saying there's 4 people to stab with a sword.
Close enough.
And your interpretation of what I was
Thank you
doing
for
is
the
that I had
follow.
absolutely
Appreciate
no
it.
idea what
You're
I was
enjoying the
signaling.
show.
I gathered that at this point.
They're full bandits with full glorious mustaches, and they seem rather bitter, and also they're stealing things. Things that we should be stealing.
I was about to say, what are we here for?
Okay.
Obviously, I'm saying it all in a very hushed whisper.
So while they're bantering, I'm gonna reach
What?
in my pouch and grab a little bit of flour and sprinkle it all over Argus.
Okay.
Okay.
I am a little perturbed, but I'm into it.
I was going to follow an approach because it seemed like there was a plan, but after seeing that, I don't know that there's a plan.
You've met us, right? You see what our plans are.
All right. So anyway, I'm gonna quietly put that back. I'm gonna draw out my thing, and I'm gonna approach over here, and kind of peer around the corner, see what she's talking about.
Okay. Yeah. They're still so preoccupied about complaining and moaning and just tossing stuff about that they're just kind of all just grumbling to themselves about how the fact that this was not worth it, that they paid too much money to get the tip to come down through another means that you guys heard about, or some of them you guys have heard about, and that they'd be better off gambling at the local dock instead of being here.
Okay, so with everybody here, then I'm gonna kind of point at them, and I'm gonna shrug my shoulders, and then make the motion where I like either slit the throat or like motion my hands like I'm talking.
I'm gonna nod when he goes to slit his throat and shake my head no when he talks.
I'm going to more ardently do the bird hand thing that I was doing before.
And I just smack him with the back of the head.
Okay, so at this point in time, seeing that,
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
After seeing him do the throat slit thing, I'd like to step forward, like into the hallway, and
This girl's like very rapidly shaking her head.
yeah, I'm like, this doesn't seem like a good idea to me. And I'll say, hello, gentlemen.
my weapon will be at the ready, by the way, if they are hostile.
Okay, so you're saying that you're actually gonna try and initiate a dialogue with them then?
Yeah, I'd like to make myself known, but I'll walk past as though there's nobody behind me, to make it seem like I'm alone.
Okay. Yeah, one of the guys basically perks his head up. He's like, "Oi, who there?"
I heard you were talking about cooking supplies, and I found largely the same. I thought this was going to be some incredibly important find for all kinds of people, but it's just a big fucking kitchen, don't you think?
Ah, yeah. Me and the lads here were trying to just make some quick coin. We didn't think anyone would be down here because it said that no one had been down here for years. We even snuck around, avoided some other crud. It just makes me angry.
Which way did you all come in? I came in through... I honestly wasn't expecting this. I thought this was going to be a sewer. We came in through... singular, came in through town near the merchants.
Subtle.
He kind of scrubs his beard. He's like, "Oh, well, we came in through the caverns on the backside of the dock area."
Well, have you all found anything worthwhile? But you don't necessarily have to answer that. I understand you're looking. If you found anything, you're going to keep it to yourself, but I certainly haven't found anything.
Yeah, actually, I don't think you actually be lying because technically you guys haven't found anything worth of value here. So never mind. Yeah, he just kind of just nods his head in disgust, and he's like, "No, I wish I could just take it all back. We paid 10 silvers just to get the information to get in here. Worst ripoff of my life. Me and the boys are just pissed now, and we don't even know if we can even sell these housewares for even copper."
Does this sound like he's like hiding something or dodging around anything?
Nah, he's just make a perception check or insight check. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know shit. That's a natural one.
Yeah, you can't tell if this guy's lying or telling you the truth. He could be an angel or demon from what you can infer.
Thanks for that insight. I appreciate that.
Well, it's unfortunate that you guys had to pay for such shoddy information. Almost wish I could reimburse you. I was just looking around and stumbled upon a gate. Well, do you think you plan on leaving?
He kind of just ponders, like, yeah, I think me and the lads are just gonna cut our losses and go grab a beer at the tavern.
At this point in time, I'm gonna walk up and kind of pretend like I'm just walking into this, just to kind of try not to be like super sketch with everybody else, and just be like, what's everybody talking about? What's going on here?
He kind of looks at Leuven and he's like, alone?
Well, I don't know this guy. What are you talking about?
Oh, roll me a deception check.
Both of us?
No, just Belzac right now.
That is a 13.
Okay.
Kestrel is just banging her head against the wall.
Also, for the record, I am 100% always down to fail charisma ability checks.
Yeah, he.
Don't work with amateurs. Don't work with amateurs.
Should I tell them that I don't know them either?
I don't think it could make it any worse.
Have you met me?
Yeah, he absolutely believes it. He's like, well, ever since that person in the sky said come down here, I wouldn't be surprised if more people eventually make their way down here.
Kestrel is just gaping. They bought that? And she just throws her hands up in the air angrily.
Wait, sorry, what? I think I must have missed something.
Puts her swords away and just tromps out to join the rest of them. So, what's going on here then?
I'm just gonna like lightly tap Argus on the shoulder and say, "So can I go hit him now?"
Give it a second. That'll come.
Why are there so many people congregating in the hall over here?
What are you talking about? We're down here looking for stuff.
Oh, so you're
Dre,
looking
thank you for the
things
follow.
too?
Hope you're enjoying the show.
Did the big man in the sky lead you here as well?
Yeah.
All right. At this point in time, I'm gonna start walking this way around and just kind of look at what's over here.
Yeah, I mean, as you walk, it's just, more corridors, and, the poor guys, they're all just kind of shocked that they paid for, they're now cursing the fact that they paid for money, and it seems like you even hear one saying, we paid all that money, and these guys just show up out of nowhere? Ah! I want my money
I
back."
don't know them either.
So I don't see anything in these rooms over here.
No, and the ones that you're seeing to the south, the southeast of you is just another drainage area. It's just, there's nothing in that one. Again, it just looks like it's collecting more. The bandits just kind of all just shake their head, saying that, not only did they waste their money, they're just all kind of in the effect that they're just like, you know what? Everyone's down here. There's nothing to be gained. They wasted copper. And at this point, they're just going to cut their losses, and they're just going to get out of here unless you guys want to ask them any more questions.
I'm still snooping around. I was gonna say, is there anything I see over here? Like, I'm looking around actively at this point in time. There's no threat that I'm aware of. So
Yeah, I just roll into one of the rooms. I actually try to go up to them, and I was getting ready to talk to them, but apparently they just ran off. So I just walk into one of the rooms and see what's going on with these things.
Well, they'll hang out for a minute if you actually have a question, if you wanted to talk to them.
How did you get past the spiders?
Oh, one of them's like, oh, so he points to the guy next to him, and he's like, he's got really good eyes and ears. He saw them and heard them, and we just kind of avoided them. We tossed them some spare rations, and they left us alone.
I think avoiding unnecessary combat is a very good skill to have.
Again, Kestrel off to the side, just banging her head into the wall. Not literally.
Yeah. Any other questions for the poor bandits?
Not at this point in time. I've kind of resolved that they're doing basically the same thing I'm doing. I'm just hoping I do it better.
Okay. So, all right. Well, if that's the case, I will go ahead and remove them from play then, essentially. So, all right. So let's go ahead and do it in this order then, because yeah, there's some stuff to be done in these rooms. All right, we're gonna do all player characters. All right, go ahead and then give me initiative, so that way, unless you guys want to just do group stuff, or do you guys want to go in turns?
Initiative might not necessarily be bad, just so what people want to do doesn't get overpowered, I guess, by what other people want to do.
Okay. All
So
right.
roll initiative.
Yeah, go and give me initiative then.
You
Do we
have
want to do the
advantage on
initiative
this
modifier or no?
Gestro.
Yep.
Do we want to use the initiative modifier or no?
Why would we not? Isn't that just part of initiative?
I just was asking. It was a simple
I
question.
was curious. Like, I was confused.
All right, so we got.
How does this?
All right, so we got a 19 with lore, followed by a 18 by Lumen, and then we've got two 18s. Who? I think you guys have both the same decks, right? Lumen and
Mine should be +2. 14 decks.
I have an 18 dex.
Okay, so lore, Kestrel, Lumen, and then Tatanka. And then Argus, and then Belzac. Okay. Alrighty, so first we have Lore, who's in the first room. Lore, are you just investigating the room that you're in then?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Boom.
Damn. Alright, so you know in this room, it's filled with the green squares. And however, you do detect that there's a hidden writing saying that only that let me look that up. No, never mind. I won't be able to look that one up. You know that for the most part, there's something that says it must be green but not leafy, and that's the clue that you get in this room.
That's what I find out, but there's nothing in here.
You find a couple of just like potatoes, and you find some potatoes. You find some, very aged pickled items like cabbage and stuff that's pickled. But nothing that what you're looking for according to the clues. Just a lot of pickled jars of pickled like cabbage and some potatoes that are kind of just hanging out in a bag. And it's in pretty good quality. You're kind of shocked that it's not actually rotted in here.
Okay.
Alright. Kestrel, what are you up to?
I guess I'm gonna go look into one of the other rooms. Belzac already looked in this drainage room, right?
Yep.
There was nothing in there? Okay. I'll go into this other room then.
Alright, make me an investigation.
What did you say was in Laura's room, by the way?
Green squares, and it said it must be green but not leafy.
I meant food items.
Oh,
Potatoes and pickles and cabbages. Cabbage things. Pickled cabbage, maybe.
yeah.
Pickled cabbage.
My cabbages.
Sauerkraut.
Which are not. I take it they are not green. I think I would say they were yellowed.
Mm-hmm.
So green square, not leaves, and then potatoes, and then pickled cabbages.
Right. So we have a clue. So just look in all these rooms. There's probably something in there.
Well, I just was noting for my thought processes.
All right. So what was that investigation that you did?
10.
10? All right. In this room, you kind of just are looking around, and there's just a couple of different jars that are visible, and you can kind of tell that they're just random assortment of stuff. You open one, and it smells like of cinnamon. You open another one that smells kind of like of garlic. It's just some random spices in here for the most part.
Okay. That's it. No, nothing on the walls, no pictures of random shapes that
As
mean foodstuffs.
as far as you can tell, you're more kind of focusing on the spices and stuff, that you're not really seeing anything outside of just the green squares.
Okie doke.
All right, Lunam.
Sorry about that. I will go to one of the rooms that is not actively being searched. This one. And look.
All right, roll me an investigation.
I will roll you investigation. It's gonna be pretty average. I'm guessing 13. 18.
18. All right. So you notice that in this room that it's a little bit cooler than normal, but it's not like icy, but it's really cool in here. And you notice that there's actually some clear containers in here as well, filled with various liquids. You see, as you open some of the containers and see some of the stuff and the viscosity, you kind of notice that there are different extracts or other items. You kind of see something that resembles milk from an animal, and something that resembles extracts from different stuff. Are you willing to open any of the containers?
Yeah, I'd like to be on the lookout for specific shapes and colors.
Okay, so yeah, you open up a couple of items. You see a couple of vials that that are in a dark liquid, and it's vanilla. And you smell another one, and it's kind of got a weird kind of sourness to it as well. And as you go through, you kind of just get the feeling that this is just a holding chamber for various liquids that you need. But again, there's a lot of green squares, and you kind of make out some writing, but you're not familiar with it.
Make out some what, sorry?
Some writing in here, but you're not familiar with the language.
Does it look anything like the writing in the previous large room with the spiders?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab a handful of green squares. And what do they look like? Go ahead.
No, sorry, you don't see actual green squares. You just see the pictures of the green squares with the writing underneath them. Sorry.
Okay, my bad. And there's just liquids in here.
Yep.
Are any of them red?
Yeah, there's a couple in there. You open one of them up, and there actually happens to be kind of a sweet smelling of it, and it's actually kind of thick, kind of more like a paste, but it's still it's very thick, but it's still easy enough to where it just spreads pretty quick.
I'm sorry, I got very distracted by a message. Can you repeat the last bit of that?
Yeah, it's basically the viscosity of it is still pretty thick, but it's still easily spreadable, and it doesn't clump to anything.
This is sweet?
Yeah, it's slightly sweet.
Okay. Well, we take the red jar, and I'll just shout out, it looks like this is the juice room. I did not find any shapes. But this could be poured into a shape. That's it for me, I guess.
Okay. All right, Tatanka.
I am gonna come in here and investigate.
All right, roll it.
17.
Oh, you lucky. As you're investigating the room, you can kind of tell that some of the stone right above towards the one of the entrances kind of seems iffy. So you budge it, and it moves pretty easily. And voila, find a chest.
Ooh, I want to open it.
Okay, yeah, it's not even locked. It's actually it just you open it up and there happens to be a what do I want to say? There happens to be some actual square-shaped vegetables in there, as far as you can tell.
I'm going to gather a bunch of them and take them to my friends.
Okay. And as you take a few of them, you kind of notice that there's a small purse on the bottom. And it contains 20 silver pieces in there.
I'm going to take it.
Okay. Alrighty, anything else?
That's all.
Okay. Argus.
I am going to follow where Kestrel was and say, so, have you found anything important?
Not really. There's some cinnamon.
That sounds terrible. I don't know. This whole thing, I don't have any input on it, so let me know if anything interesting happens.
Sure. You can always take a look around yourself.
Sure, I will take a look around myself.
Alright, go ahead and roll me an investigate.
Investigation. +0, that is 2.
Oof.
Jeez.
In fairness, that's better than what I thought was going to happen because the way you phrased that made it sound like you were just going to pull out a mirror and start looking at yourself.
That was what I thought too.
I probably would have had better luck doing that.
Alright, yeah, nothing out of the normal because aside from what Kestrel found in this room. Alrighty, Belzak, where are you off to?
All right. Well, I see everybody. I kind of hear everybody to my left, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
'Cause I obviously went off on my own. So I'm going to venture right here to the right and check out this room over here. I guess I can kind of come in. I don't know. But anyway, take a look and kind of see what I see
Oh, yeah.
here.
So the weird thing about it is that as soon as you enter this room, the temperature drops. Not to, like, super cold, but cold enough. And you see a lot of cut of meat in here. Like, it's got, like, different carcasses that are ready to butcher and everything in here. And oddly enough, you find the pink squares kind of etched on the walls and kind of going in cascading circles.
Thanks for not making me roll an investigation check.
I mean, that's when you enter the room, but it's easy to see on the wall. But feel free to go and still roll the investigation check if that's not satisfying.
Yeah, I just want to see if there's anything in here.
Yeah.
That's like obviously I see meats and pinks. You said the pink squares?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just in case there's anything fancy in here. That is a 16.
Oh yeah, you see the same writing that you saw in the actual not the amphitheater, but where Lore and the mural were at. So you know that there's some of the writing in here, and you can definitely tell that it has something to do with. I mean, there's a pig carcass, there's a cow carcass, and you see a couple of other things like deer and rabbit as well hanging out in here.
So I just see a bunch of meat and then the writing and the squares. That's
Yep.
it?
Yep. So you see in this room for now.
Okay, and I didn't see anything in the hallway before I walked in? It
No.
was just a hallway?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
just a hallway.
Alright, I have to check on that. I'm going to come back and I guess see where everybody else is at for the moment because I don't know what they've looked at yet.
Okay, we're rejoining the group then.
For the time being,
Okay.
I'll kind of just catch right here and I'm going to make it a thing. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more flour on him while he's dawdling.
All right. So
The pile.
yeah. All right. So let's go. So anyone else gonna do anything before they rejoin the group? Like any other investigations?
Let's go check this other room that we haven't looked at yet.
Yeah, the last room.
Okay.
I did want to get there. I just hadn't. No, I don't know what everybody else checked yet. So
Okay. Well, if you guys all just want to meet up in that room, you guys can all do that if that's the case.
Yeah, that works.
I'm just shaking my jar of juice as I walk in.
Yeah, my arms were like piled full of these vegetables I took.
All
Did
right.
anybody find the right shapes?
anybody else find the what shapes?
The right shapes?
I found a pink square with a bunch of meat in there.
Hell
I
yeah.
found vegetables.
What about shapes, though?
I-
Also, with her pile of green vegetables, do any of us recognize what the hell that is?
Yeah, I mean you're all were looking for it. It's basically a square green vegetable.
It's literally just a
Oh.
generic
probably like a
green
pepper.
vegetable.
Yeah, it's pretty much a bell pepper, green bell pepper.
Cool.
Okay, I just was curious because you just said square vegetable, and I was like,
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
No, that's fine. Like, yeah, she found them. You know, she obviously see Tatanka, with an armful of green bell peppers. As you guys enter this room, you can kind of get a odd pungent smell, and it's pleasing to most of you if you happen to like cheese. And you definitely can tell that on the walls that there's green triangles in here.
Green triangles?
Or sorry, yellow triangles. Blah. Man, I'm not focused tonight.
So if
on
I
the
make-
wall, I mean?
Sorry, two of you were talking. What was that?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll go then. By yellow triangles, you mean like the art on the walls?
Yep.
Cool.
Is there any writing in here, Sal?
Yep. So for you, Lore, since you actually speak this otherworldly language, you can tell that it's like, make sure to tear these to pieces before placing it on the offering.
So the other room there, it said, I inform everybody that I think we're looking for those greens that we have right there. It says that they're not leafy, so it looks like it's green. And then they want us to tear whatever this stuff is up. I don't know. Is this?
Yeah, what is this stuff
Cheese?
exactly? You said cheese, kind of like cheese.
Yeah,
smelling.
yeah. It's
Cheese wheels in here?
yeah. There's cheese wheels in here and cheese.
I haven't discussed this with you yet, but I actually used to cook on a ship, so I know some foods. If that helps any.
Oh yeah, that actually is helpful then. Yeah, you definitely know that this is cheese, and it's different kinds. You've got your Swiss to your cheddars and various other ones there from goat, cow, and other milks. So you can definitely tell that there's just a assortment of cheeses in here for you to inspect, and they're all pretty good quality. It's like they're aged to almost perfection.
Was there writing in every room that you all looked in?
There was
wasn't
writing
mine.
in mine.
I did not see any.
Did you look at the walls?
I did not see any.
Did you look at the walls?
I don't know. DM said
No, I was just kind of sarcastically repeating what Belzak said, not actually asking.
I looked at the wall. Wait, what was the question again?
I like to look at walls. I will go do that.
I'm gonna go to the room where I saw Tatanka come from and get a bell pepper just to munch on. And
Only
rejoin the
1,000 years old. Seems like it'll be fine.
If I'm gonna be forced to cook for this age-old quest, I'm gonna at least eat.
A finely aged bell pepper.
Yeah, and that's the weird thing for you, Belzak, and for anyone else who has any type of culinary background, is that typically, for something that's supposedly supposed to be, down here for over 100 years, everything that you're looking for is pretty much grade A perfection. It's not blemished in any form or factor, and in these rooms, you guys are kind of just curious as to how in the world these are preserved in a perfect sense. It's like it rings in the back of your mind as to, it's like, Okay, there's something going on in this room.
So I'll
Um,
go in the Kestrel's room and read whatever was in there, or try to see if there was anything. But otherwise, I'm gonna go check every room, and if there's writing, I'm gonna figure out what it is.
Okay, are you gonna do any further investigations, or are you just gonna leave it as that?
Is that towards him or everybody?
I'm just saying in general, what are you guys doing in these rooms? Are you guys just going to just check what's already been checked then? I take it? Is that what you're asking?
I just want to check the writing that people weren't able to read.
Oh, okay.
That's
So,
the main thing I'm looking for.
oh, okay. So for you, when you enter this room and it talks about the green vegetable, they tell you to make sure to put it in, make sure to not place it whole, that it must be cut to ribbons in order for it to appease, in order to be or to be properly appeased. I can't even say that right.
What was
Okay.
that again?
Basically, slice it, or else it won't be good.
I cannot
Alright.
wait to assemble the most disheveled pizza in the world.
Also, I'm seeing nothing that tells us to bake it afterwards, so I'm assuming that we bake the bread, then put all the stuff on it, and then just toss it down the well.
We put the red juice at the bottom, make a circle, and just put that there first.
I'm assuming
Okay.
that we're like making like a pie, so like then we put like the red stuff in the middle.
Mm.
I'm still looking for instructions here, Sal. So
Okay, so
So definitely what I feel like we need to do is we need to make the dough and then put it in, and then we need to make sure we put a lip so that we can just have the red sauce in the like very deep
Juice.
in the bottom of it. Yeah, just like cover the whole thing like in a layer, like an inch thick.
Mm.
whatever you do, don't let the bird person tell you how to eat food. By the way, or
Says the
cook.
guy that doesn't eat it all.
I'm just saying. I actually don't know a croaker is actually eat. Do they just peck at everything? Do they just eat seeds?
Okay. Anyway, really quick.
all right.
I like
so,
to imagine that when they open their beaks, it's just a disturbingly human smile.
oh no. Anyway, in that room, Lore, you see that the red circles in this room on the wall says, "Ensure that this is evenly spread upon the offering."
And then I'll check the meat room, I guess.
Okay. And in this room, it basically tells you, ensure that the one on 4 legs and produces milk is what you... No, actually, I'm going to change that. Be sure the one with 4 legs that can find secrets beneath the earth is served upon the offering in bite-sized slices.
Pink square. There's pink squares, not red circles.
Yeah, this is pink squares.
Okay, so we got pink squares. We got the green squares. We got the yellow triangles. Oh, we got the red. Okay, so it's not pepperoni. It's sauce. Okay, cool. All right. So we know how to make the dough. We know how to make the white stuff. And then it says spread the red stuff on top of the white stuff.
My eyebrows raise a little bit.
I don't think he means that.
Listen, I'm summarizing here. Anyways, I think we have most of it, but there's still probably some more examination we need to do.
It sounds like we are making some sort of crust and putting it in a pan, and then putting the red stuff mixed with the green slices and the pink meat and the white cheese, and then serving it.
Okay, I have a quick question. I was trying to ask this just a second ago. So, noticing that this has been perfectly preserved, do I notice anything that may be causing it? Knowing that food is supposed to rot, like, do I notice anything that might be of the source?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Ooh, that's cocked. That's not terrible. I think I have a modifier for that one. I do. 16.
Yeah, you definitely feel the thrum of magic, not only in the air, but through the floor and through the walls. Like, this thing is like upped on magic, and it definitely is going through the food items. You do notice that as soon as the items are taken out, that a thrum of magic ceases to be on the items as they're taken out.
So I noticed that it's just like the room itself is basically enchanted, is kind of what I'm feeling.
Yep, the room is enchanted along with all the items inside,
Okay.
but that enchantment wears off as soon as it leaves the room.
Alrighty. So at this point in time, does anybody else have anything else? Because if not, I'm just gonna grab a little bit from each room and kind of carry it along, like a fair amount of it, so we can consume if we so choose.
But Sal, we never found the flour or the eggs, did we?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, we've got flour. Don't worry, buddy.
Well, where's the eggs coming from then?
We're not gonna have flour if you keep sprinkling
Well-
it on our furry friend.
There's a
Actually-
bird in the corner over there. I'm sure we can do something.
Oh,
That's a
no.
great idea. Do your croakers make eggs? Although you are a male, are you not? Not to assume your gender or anything.
Oh.
Lore is fucking woke.
Where's my alcohol?
Do I not get a response for that?
Do you have a? I don't know that warrants a response. So you have flour, correct?
I do.
Cool. Let's look for eggs.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay.
All right. So again, basically, instead of me going through and grabbing stuff from each room and doing the whole motions, just for expediency, I'm gonna grab everything from each room, knowing that, like we've got the green bell peppers that we need, which are the non-leaf greens. I'm gonna grab what I know to be pig. I'm assuming he relayed all this information to us, right? Before I start making assumptions, I should probably clarify.
I talked a bunch.
So then, what was the fifth one? Because there's the one that basically said that's 4 legs that can burrow. There's the this
no.
needs to be spread evenly.
Not burrow, one that can uncover secrets from beneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Something
that one.
can root.
Yeah, and then there was the slice this, and then the not leaf, like I said, not leaf green, slice it, spread evenly, and then I'm sorry for simplicity, I'm just gonna say pig.
You're fine. You're good.
So what's the one I'm missing? I didn't catch that last one.
Well, the dough is in the first room. The red sauce is spread even. The
No, there's
yellow,
5 rooms here,
yes.
and there's 6 rooms here, and they each have writing on the walls, and I was wondering what the writing was for each of them, and what squares were associated to what.
Gotcha. Well, the yellow, the cheese room said spread out the cheese. The one says, chop up the pig. I don't know if all the rooms had writing in them.
No, one wasn't. Sorry, I was taking a second. Like, wait, what are you talking about? Oh, okay. So yeah, you had 2 that talked about the vegetable down here at the bottom left.
That was the slice it and the not leaf, right?
Right, and then you had the one that Tatanka was in that had no, where she found the bell peppers. That one had no actual writing in it. So
And those both had the green squares, right?
the 2 that had clues had the green squares. Yes. As
I mean, the 2 on the bottom in Tatanka's room, and then the one that Laura was looking in.
Yeah.
With they have like the green vegetables, and then she found the bell peppers in the one. They both had green squares. That's what I was asking.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
And so that goes for both of those. And then that one had the pink square.
Yeah, so
For the
pink.
pig.
Yeah, pink square for pig in here. Cheese
And the
grate.
cheese was the spread evenly.
Yeah. Or no, the cheese one was you have to make sure that you essentially,
Chop it and sprinkle it.
yeah,
Oh, chop
It
and
was
sprinkle.
the red circle one that said spread evenly.
Yeah. Spread to
Okay.
the edges, I believe, was the specific nomenclature.
And that's the one that we found. Did we find stuff in that one?
yeah. Lumen picked up a jar of red stuff.
Okay.
Do we mind putting the exact wording in Discord?
Yeah, I'll type it up for you guys and put it in there for you.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, I'll put in the campaign info.
Yeah, I was trying to get it down so I could put the puzzle together because it's all kind of part of the puzzle. So I wanted to make sure that it was in the right order for whatever reason.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I will make sure to get that typed up and put in a spot for you guys. I'll actually put it in also on the World Anvil.
Okay, so now that we're past that. So yeah, let's push ahead now. Or I gathered stuff already just for clarity. I grabbed.
Belzak, was there nothing back here in this room that looks like it's full of worms?
No, there's nothing back there. That's just a wall, essentially. So, but anyway,
Sweet.
I grabbed pig. We got the bell peppers. I grab what I think to be a good cheese for apparently melting. Because I obviously know personally what it is, but I would assume, cooking, it wouldn't be like some of your heavier, more pungent cheeses. It'd be something easy to melt that'd probably go well with it.
What makes you think that it needs to be melted?
Because of the stove that was in there?
In the cheese room?
No, in the offering room.
What if we put the cheese on afterward?
I'm just assuming that it would be good for some melting.
Belzak is also a chef at some point, he said, in his life. So
Well, I'm not so much a chef. I cooked
You
on a
cooked,
ship.
right.
So I learned to cook halfway decent. I wouldn't say I'm like master chef. Anyway,
Sure.
Have you ever cooked something like this for your pirate friends?
yes, not pirates, but yes,
Like this? What we're doing now?
not identical, but yes. I've cooked things that involve melting cheeses and stuff like that. So I picked what I figured would be the best for melting a cheese, like a melting cheese, because it's sounding like some sort of pastry to me.
Okay. I'd like to go in this room,
Okay.
take a quick look about.
I was just clarifying for the items so that I grabbed the right items and not the wrong items. Is what I was trying to get at. So I grabbed the pig after the words he told me. We got the bell peppers for the greens. You said you grabbed the sauce, right? The sauce for it? The red
Yeah,
jar of red sauce?
I still think it's juice, but it's a semantic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You grabbed it, so you have some, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, then we should be good after I grab the cheese. So
All right, so Lumen is coming into this room then.
Yeah. Like to get a quick lowdown, see if there's any eggs in here, if I hear any chickens.
Yeah, actually, you hear some birds in here, and the room itself is kind of bare, but you do hear bird sounds coming out of the sides of this room.
What? Where?
Is there anything on the walls?
Yeah, you hear them in these general areas.
I will go to the far one and check it out.
Yeah, surprisingly, you actually end up seeing assortment of birds. You see chickens, duck. You see what am I looking for? Ahead of my head too.
Quail?
Quail. Thank you. Yes.
Peacock?
No, not peacocks. That
Oh
one.
no. Oh no.
And even
I really wish you'd have said yes to that.
and oddly enough, you actually see an ostrich in here.
Okay, how are they situated?
So basically, you see the chickens along this line, you see a couple of ducks and quail on this end, and then you see a pin for an ostrich on this end.
Do we see anything on the walls with them, or do we just see the birds and that's it?
You just see the birds.
Do we see anything in the open room that's not like the bird coops on the end?
You know, in this room, it's actually kind of weird that there's nothing in here. It's kind of bland and boring, and it doesn't feel like it's part of the aesthetic. It's just kind of placed here just to be here, sadly.
How are the birds contained?
The birds are actually, so the chickens on the side here are all just kind of just sitting on top of in open air coops, but they're not budging. As same thing with the quails and the ducks, they're just kind of perched on their seats up here. The emu is actually, not the emu, the ostrich is standing up in a pin in this corner, and it's just kind of sitting there. And you can tell that their pins are actually full of feed.
What about over here?
It's the same setup, but in reverse.
So you said pens. Are they like closed in? Are they like in enclosures or?
Yeah,
Have you-
so basically the chickens, ducks, and the quails are all just kind of migrating in a small open area. They have a couple of nests that they can sit on if they need be. You definitely spy eggs in here.
So aside from that, there's literally no indication of anything in this room, like anywhere, no writing on the walls, no shapes, nothing.
No, that's what's kind of the odd part about it, is that considering the last room had etchings and stuff on here, this room is completely bare and completely boring, and there's nothing of real value, not value, but nothing that really speaks out to you. It's just kind of like a bland room, for the lack of a better word.
And do I feel the similar, like, enchanted room thing that I felt in the other one?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of Arcana power, like, the two side rooms are brimming with power. You're just kind of thrown off by the fact that, you know, the rooms themselves just feel like they're just bursting full of energy, but it's not even seeping out. It's just completely contained in these small rooms.
Alright, so seeing this, I'm going to discuss with everybody, and I'm going to say, from what I can gather, there's not really much here. I mean, I've cooked with a couple of different eggs, and for the most part, an egg's an egg. So I'm just going to grab a couple of different eggs. Like
There's nothing
chicken.
here. Nothing remarkable in this gulag.
Well, I don't see you offering me eggs, so...
Nope. I'm gonna try and free all the birds if I can.
Honestly, I was thinking the same thing. You get the left, I'll get the right. Because ostriches are big, and I don't think this is enough space for an ostrich.
It doesn't matter. They're all prisoners. We're letting them all out.
God bless.
All right, yeah. I mean, there really isn't a complex mechanism to it. It's just like one small pin that it just gets shoved in from the side, and you know, you open it up. You know, the ostriches kind of look at both of you and kind of just sit there, and or not sit there, but just stand there in place, just kind of going, "Okay, now what?"
Go forth, my brothers. Be free. I yell at them in Arakakra, which they probably also still don't understand, but it's fine.
Roll me an animal handling skill there, Argus.
Yes.
This is quickly becoming my biggest fear.
I told you didn't know what you were getting into, buddy.
22.
Oh god.
Damn!
Oh my God, you burned your roll on. All right, so
Roll a natural 19 plus 3. Suck it.
We take those.
yeah, so Argus, the birds just kind of all feel like this inspiration. They slowly rise up to their feet. You hear a large caw, and they bolt right through you. Kesra, how close are you to the door?
Just off to the side right here.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me. Roll me a dex roll, or acrobatics, or a athletics, whichever of the two is your best.
17.
Yeah, you're able to, you all of a sudden just hear Argus bellows something out, and all of a sudden you just see a surge of birds coming down your way, and you're able to escape it in the right amount of time as they just bolt towards the southern opening in the room.
Like a warning next time, if you would.
No, no time. I regret nothing.
They've been in these cages for how long? Like, I don't know. Well, they're gone now.
I think it'd be easy to intuit that time does not function here as you would normally believe.
So, does that mean they're all a century old, and when they leave, they're going to instantly wither and die?
I mean, I'm gonna speak up. I'm gonna say it's possible. The rooms are kind of shrouded in like magic, like they're enchanted. So, as far as what that contains, I don't know, but it's possible.
Is it safe to eat eggs from undead, immortal birds?
It's better to die free than live a slave.
Oh, this guy. We're on the same page.
I didn't think we were making this food for us. To be fair, Kestrel.
Well, anyway, while this
Yeah.
discussion's going on, I'm just gonna root around in here and grab some eggs.
And Kestrel, at this point, this has become so foolish so quickly that I may as well take it seriously. We've gone all the way around at this point, I believe. That I'm just fully on board with this, whatever happens here. This bell pepper that I've been eating is not bad.
Are you sure it's safe to eat that?
We'll find out in about 45 minutes, maybe.
You realize that bell pepper is only slightly younger than me?
I kind of pipe up and was like, "So you're saying you're not tasty?"
I'll ignore that and say that's a very weird way to put to describe a food now that you say it.
Again, I'm still rooting around as I'm saying this. Like, I don't really
no.
skip a beat.
So, do you think we have everything that we need, Belzak?
Well, I'm going to assume, based on my knowledge, that we probably do to complete what I hope is the end of the puzzle at the beginning room. While we're over here, though, we might want to keep checking it out. Although I don't know how much more there is beyond this. But as far as I'm aware and what I know, we've got enough to make what I think is the right stuff.
All right. Anything else for you guys march back all the way to the first room, for the puzzle room, I should say?
Well, no, I think we're going to press on. Was what Belzak was just.
Okay.
I was just
recommending.
suggesting. I don't know what everybody wants to do. So you guys,
Do we
At
want to
this
try to
point
bang
in
this
time-
thing out, or try to throw all these things together? And we are trying to do this before other people. We've already successfully avoided these other bandits or whoever these other people were. And they didn't really understand what was going on.
We convinced them to just give up.
Why don't we go back to the beginning and do the offering so maybe we can get more clues for further on?
I'm up for either or. I just would like to check out the rest of this because if I'm using my flour, I'd like to replenish for reasons.
What was that?
Nothing.
Thought I heard something. Okay.
All right, so I guess we're all going then. So I'm just gonna start walking at this point to head out this way
Okay.
and just
In-
keep. I'm
In
just
a
gonna go back
loud
to the beginning.
whisper as we follow him. A way to turn to Argus. You realize that he's trying to bread you before he, chops you up into bits and fries you in a pan. Yes.
What?
So I can hear this as we're walking, right? Like you're not being quiet.
Oh, I'm doing it loudly on purpose.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past me, but I'm not trying.
He can try his best.
It's fortunate you freed those birds, or he'd be doing the same to them.
What's this? What makes you think that?
Well, you're angry all the time, and
How
you
am I
think you're a
angry?
She's got a good point.
How am I
and you've been
angry?
sprinkling
I
your
love
friend
the-
here with flour.
I love the yelling at somebody. How dare you accuse me of being angry?
No, I'm being defensive because how have I been angry?
You've been angry since we met you.
Here, let me show
Ow.
you this. And I pull out my mirror and just turn it to him. This is how.
Yes, I look dashing. Like, so why am I angry?
It's
Maybe
a good
aggressive?
question.
I don't think
Why
I'm licensed
are
to
you
answer that.
angry?
Maybe aggressive is a better term.
I'm. You know what? Okay, we'll call it aggressive. That
Your
works.
Remember
mommy
when you
not
heard-
love you enough?
Remember when you heard voices and you immediately said, "Let's kill him"?
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you. Definitely not angry. Aggressive, I can go with. But anyway, at this point in time,
The same coin, my friend.
I'm going to ask. Sorry, Lore, can you follow me really quick? You seem to know how this thing works.
Yes.
So, and I'm going to go into here because you said they both have ovens in here, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever they are.
They did. Was there tables though at all?
Okay, so I guess I do have a couple of questions specifically. Are there utensils in here of any sort?
No, there's not.
No bowls, no pans, nothing?
Nada.
I don't know what all I have. Let me see if I can do something with this.
I'm an artificer. I can actually magically make tools appear. I'm saying that kind of out of character. I have the ability to create tools that are necessary for a certain situation. Perhaps I am able to create a set of cooking tools.
If you can do that, that'd be great. At this point in time, it looks like I need a knife and something to cut it on. It doesn't even have to be a cutting board, just something to cut it on. And then a bowl.
Belzec, roll me a intelligence check real quick.
Sure. Watch
While
me,
they're-
like, natural one.
While they're cooking, I'd like to kind of plop down in the hallway and pull out an instrument, my lyre, and try my best to set the mood for this cooking adventure that we're on.
Sure.
So I'm gonna
Okay,
roll
you said
performance.
intelligence, right?
I said intelligence, yeah.
14.
You slowly get the image of Nasir telling you about the slicer and how easily it could have made some of this for you, and you're just going, that jerk. And then you proceed back to your cooking.
Oof. We should have paid attention to that guy.
Well,
I
I'm
know
assuming
that.
this was just towards me, like as a flashback
Yeah.
in my head.
Yeah, it was a flashback in your head. As you start cutting the bell pepper, you remember him talking about the slicer and how easily it creates, how it slices and dices items for you. You're just like, son of a... And then you just get back to cutting like normal.
All right, so Sal, once
You're
per
100 feet away from us, right?
I have I have the ability to magically summon artisans' tools of any kind.
Yep.
It takes an hour to do it. But yeah, I can summon artisans' tools of a chef. I don't know if that's even a thing in Dungeons & Dragons, but it probably is. So
Yeah, it's fine. I've seen some stuff in Arthur Arcana that deals with cooking, so it's fine. I will also allow, since cooking, and especially the type of work you're doing, the people who are not cooking can get a short rest in with this. I'm not going to roll...
God bless.
You guys can take a short rest as they're trying to prep this thing.
Okay.
Good.
Do I need to do anything else for this? Do you want me to roll anything?
Well, just for flavor, I want you to roll me a dexterity check as you're cutting up the bell pepper.
I got a really bad feeling about this one. Okay. I was really nervous for a second. That would be 7. I looked at it, I thought it was a 1 for a second, and I about crap myself.
I was about to say, man, it's a 5 just to cut a freaking green bell pepper with no stress. Jesus. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no, I rolled a 7.
I mean that's really the one thing that you were really worried about was trying to make sure that you cut the bell peppers and the pork meat just thin enough and well enough to put it together. But
For the order that I put it in, by the way,
Mhm.
just for my thought process on doing stuff. Because of that, I'm going to assume the brown circle, because we didn't find it, is the crust. So, like, using just kind of a basic
No,
bread
we did
recipe.
find the brown circle was in the room where they were making the dough.
Yep.
In the spider room.
Oh, okay. But anyway,
Yeah,
so
that's the mirror one there was.
so I'm going to put that on the bottom. The red circle being, so next would be the sauce.
Do you need the
And then-
juice?
I will need the juice.
There you go.
Okay. So then, yeah, I'll put the juice on, and I will cut up the cheese into basically like strings, essentially, and place it over the top of that. And then I'd chop up the pig and kind of try to use what I would figure would be the best for this. Just knowing what I know. Like I said, I'm not a master chef, so don't like think that.
No, you're
And
good.
then I'm gonna basically string up because of the like slices. So I'm gonna kind of slice it so it's in. Is that the right one? Yeah,
So-
slice it. So basically, just slice it up into kind of like lengths, basically like you would dice a bell pepper up into strings, and sprinkle it on top of last, and then throw it in the oven altogether, just for clarity.
So as you're cooking, from down the hall, you hear what I think it would be disrespectful to refer to this as playing the liar, because you just kind of hear arbitrary like plucks and
Very
didn't
much
know that-
agree.
yeah, you didn't really know that a liar could screech because there's no bow, but the sound is happening, and it doesn't really sound like anybody's like there's any type of melody or rhythm that somebody's trying to stick to. That really they're just making sounds with it. And that is
So is
me.
this directed at me?
I-
That, like this is what I'm hearing, or is this everybody?
No, this is everybody. I'm playing an
Oh.
instrument, sir.
I don't know if you're in a place where you can take notes because I have notes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, please.
Okay, well, let's start with the way that you're holding it, and also everything else about everything you're doing.
This isn't. I know this isn't mine. I'm not very good at it. For the record, I rolled a 3 minus 2, so that is a 1 on this performance check.
Okay.
But I'm doing my best.
I snatched it out of his hands. That's a fucking natural 20.
Oh, God.
Wow.
I stand up very slowly and walk directly up to you with more anger than you've seen in my eyes since then when Kestrel almost died, then when I got bit by a spider, and
What about when I
I'll say-
scratched your ear?
that's not even on the radar. I'll say. Give that back to me now, please.
Okay, I'm just saying, just do what I did.
Okay, I'll try. I'm very new at this.
I pull up my lute and I start playing the same song I was playing on the lyre.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm not going to try to follow along.
All right. As the,
When he pulls out his, I was gonna say when he pulls out his loot, I'm gonna pull out my 2 short swords, and I'm going to start doing a blade dance in tune with it.
oh, okay. As the pizza is cooking, it fills the area with a deep, rich aroma that none of you have ever smelled before because of the weird combination of the dough and the sauce and everything. You're literally feeling a weird sensation, with the exception of Lore and Seal Defender. What I want you to do is take your highest modifier and add that to your roll, to a d20 roll right now.
With proficiency at all?
No proficiency, just straight up modifier.
Like stat modifier? Doesn't matter whether it's like strength or wisdom
No,
or anything.
it's your best ability modifier.
Okay.
And add that to a d20 roll.
Do you just want us to type this up?
Yeah. Just let me see what you guys roll.
For the record, that was a natural 20.
You need to roll from everyone.
Except for you. You're not affected because you're not organic.
Okay.
While this was going on too, and I heard him playing, it kind of reminded me of my days on the boat, especially when I was younger, because of just drunken sailors trying to play instruments and stuff.
For the record, I had rolled a 16 for my performance check for my blade dance.
Oh, nice. So that's all. Are we still missing one? No,
No,
No, that's right.
not-
We're just not doing
yeah.
lore.
Right, I'm just making sure. I heard that someone said that they rolled a performance roll. I want to make sure that was a part of it. Everyone, with the exception of Argus, kind of gets the feeling that they're supposed to wait. But Argus, you immediately beeline it to the kitchen, and you cannot stop yourself to the point where you basically want to pull what's ever cooking in there out of the oven.
Okay.
When he I guess runs by me, can I make an attack of opportunity to just grab him?
Yeah, go.
If I see him running anywhere, I know it's bad.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me either an athletics or an acrobatics, depending which one's better for you.
Acrobatics, and that's a 23.
Yeah, you know this vision of him, like he is in a crazed motion, and thankfully you've dealt with his antics long enough that you already have a reflex for it. So yeah, you grab onto him, and Argus is like, I need to go. I need to be in there. I can't wait.
Don't make me knock you out. Again.
That only worked a little bit the last time.
It has something to do with the smell, right?
Yeah.
I want to use prestidigitation just to distract him, and I'm going to make. Oh,
Oh, no.
he's gonna hate me for this.
No.
I'm going to make the smell of a very juicy, like, delicious goose, like cooked goose.
You're gonna feed a bird to a bird?
No, I'm just making the smell of it.
Hang on.
It's a thing in our
There's
story.
There was so much intent
Let me trigger
behind
my
that. Hang
trauma
on.
response.
I'm looking to trigger a trauma response.
Okay.
I kind of like go slack jawed and like drop to the ground.
Fair enough.
Did not know cooking could be this involved.
Right. I totally have an idea.
You're
now,
not doing
by
it right
the way.
then.
So essentially, for everyone else who rolled a 15 or better, you guys get the sensation that this is by far something otherworldly and it has to be consumed, but you have enough self-discipline through your years of...
Self-discipline is my middle name.
You have enough self-discipline to know that you probably shouldn't eat this right now as it's supposed to be for an offering, but you definitely do want to partake in a bite at some point.
Yeah, I also don't eat meat, so the smell of cooking... I don't usually eat meat, so the smell of cooking pink squares isn't really doing it for me.
Well, it's just the aroma in itself was encapturing to you. It basically just got to a point where your senses were being overwhelmed a little bit by it too, because it's something that you had not experienced.
I suppose that probably means that the scent of cooked goose that is now hovering in the area that we're in probably doesn't do it for you either.
It smells bland like boiled goose.
Wait, did you say boiled goose?
Yeah, it smells bland like boiled goose.
Okay.
It is supposed to be broiled, but okay.
Alright, so the pizza finally gets done, and essentially it doesn't take too much longer to... Once it gets past the point where the scent gets to its highest, it doesn't take too long to pull it out of the oven. And it actually looks pretty good. I mean, to Balzac, he's like, huh, this is something new.
Did you put on that extra crust with the extra sauce, like I suggested?
I thought you were supposed to be catatonic.
No, I was. I realized what you did there, which is not cool. We'll talk about that later.
Well, for the time being, I'm gonna kind of just ignore what they're doing, knowing what I know, and I'm gonna take the pizzas out, and I'm gonna go set
What?
the pizzas.
That sounds like a made up
that?
word.
Well, we don't know what they're called.
I do.
All words are made up.
Flatbread or something.
Anyway,
That was intense.
I'm gonna set one of them in the offering and drop it down.
Yep, that thing slams like the chain. Literally, the rope that was wrapped around it. You have never seen something unspindle before, and you're as quickly as that you thought that the rope itself was going to snap when it stopped. You're just like, okay. Essentially, you hear, It's like, well, they say forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for a late pizza. But we'll make an exception this time. And all of a sudden, you guys are like, what the hell are they talking about? What's a pizza? And all of a sudden,
And why is it late?
all four of the pillars descend in this room, and the opening here in this area slowly dissipates and becomes solid. And what lies on there is a wand. It just thrums, and it looks closer to a walking stick, but it's a little too short for, a medium-sized humanoid. And they're like, hey, take this with you, dude. Later.
Well, that was interesting.
Looks like they gave us a gift.
I munch loudly on my bell pepper.
So,
You've been really eating that for a long time.
Yeah.
okay.
It somehow seems to not get smaller each time I bite it.
I didn't know you could be such a slow eater.
Yeah, I eat mainly for dramatic effect.
Okay, so could anybody use this? Because if I'm being honest, I'm not great with whatever this is.
If you give me a few moments with it, I can take a look at it and perhaps see what it does.
Does it appear fragile? When I look at it, do I feel like it's fragile?
No, as you look on it, I actually feel when you look upon it, you actually get a sense that it's stronger than it looks, as if there's an inner will that is pulsating through it.
All right, I'm just gonna grab it and kind of toss it towards her, and then I'm gonna go over here, kind of lean up against this pillar or where this pillar was. Just kind of sit down, chop up the other pizza that I made, and start eating.
Oh, you made two?
And
I told you when I left there that I grabbed enough for one pizza and stuff for a second one for us to eat.
Oh, okay. All right, anyone else joining him?
I'll pass.
I pass. I'm just going to start ritually casting Identify on the wand.
I'll join him.
Okay.
I will eat all the pizza.
All right, so anyone who eats the pizza, go ahead and roll a d12 and add that to your temporary HP.
Woo woo!
Does that have meat on it?
Yes, it's got pig.
Yeah, but it's no.
Pink squares.
Pig
So add
squares.
it to my temporary hit points, even though I have it still from.
Yep.
So we're
Okie
double
dokie.
stacking. Jackpot.
August, do keep in mind that he used eggs to make that.
I don't hear you.
That's really
Do you
how it
want
would be
that?
when you're eating pizza.
Here, just so you have this. That's what I rolled, so you can add it to the temp HP on mine, because I think you control that, right?
Yeah, I'll give it.
There is also a section for it on D&D Beyond.
Oh no,
If you're
it was
keeping track
more
of your
for
health
our map,
Yeah.
because he's got our HPs on the map tool.
All right.
I'm also putting it on my sheet just for reference.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. We need to heal. Temp HP for Tatanka's 10.
Who's casting Identify? Is that you? Kestrel?
That is correct.
Okay. It's up to you if you want to cast it or not, because I can do the same as well. I don't know if you need spells for combat. My combat My spells really aren't used for combat, so
Whilst the others are eating, I'm just taking 10 minutes of time to cast it ritually. So
okay.
it does not take a spell slot.
Oh, it doesn't take a slot if we do that, right? Okay.
Correct.
Derp.
All right. So, what the heck happened to Belzak? He's supposed to get 9 heal. So, let's try that again.
I should have 16 total.
Yeah, I don't know why it. There it goes. All right.
As he's eating, by the way, I was like, see? Not as angry as you thought.
No, you're still rather angry.
Pay attention to your ritual. I'm talking to Birdman.
That sounds pretty angry.
So,
But of course, since I'm a bird and I have to eat it like a bird, so I'm ripping it off like in pieces and like putting it like in my mouth and like chewing it a little bit and then like throwing my head back and like
Is this like pigeon eating or pelican eating?
it's like duck eating.
Okay.
I would say it follows similar to Pelican, but without the big gullet for like food.
I am very quietly practicing the lyre, trying to imitate Argus. But I'm not trying to put on a show. This is just for me.
I'm just gonna stand here, like, kind of against the wall and just give him really judgmental eyebrows.
Who's him?
Argus.
I see you doing that. I look at you, I make eye contact, I wink, and I keep doing it.
That's what we like to see.
oh boy. All right. So after 10 minutes, you basically finally delve into the secrets, and you kind of get a weird flashback to a rat, basically a rat humanoid, raising what would appear to be four turtle
Oh, Lord.
humanoids. And
Really?
yeah,
Really?
Sorry, how did we get here?
We got here
think I
from-
missed something.
We got here from forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza.
Yes, I got the reference, but still.
No, I got the reference, but then it's just like almost full circle, I guess.
Well,
Like a pizza.
I mean, I think I just missed a step in between her judging him and winking, and then
Yeah,
We're
I got
fighting
it
Ninja
while I
Turtle.
was casting Identify on it.
yeah. Kestra was casting.
I missed-
So yeah, that part was.
so this is her identify.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. My bad.
Yeah. So essentially, Kestrel gets the image of a rat humanoid raising 4 smaller turtle humanoids, and she doesn't get really much more out of that except for the fact that the rat humanoid was a guiding light for the other ones, and you get the feeling that this staff, in the presence of those, basically allows you to. In the presence of anything that's incorporeal, it'll make it corporeal and it'll lose its resistance, but it only really has one solid use out of it right now.
So basically, you're saying it'll detect invisible people.
No. Incorporeal. Meaning...
Oh, sorry. But yeah, never mind.
So anything insubstantial will be made substantial.
Yep.
Okie doke. Is this an item that I can add to my inventory?
Yep, you can put in your inventory, and essentially you don't need to worry about... You also know that as long as you just think about just making whatever you need corporeal, you don't even have to worry about doing anything like use a magic item or anything like that. It will just do it automatically for you.
Okay. What is the item called?
It is called Splinter's Staff.
Is it not in D&D Beyond?
Uh,
What? Did I miss something?
Ninja Turtles.
It's a Ninja Turtles
Turtle
reference.
reference.
Splinter's
Yes, I got
staff.
that.
I don't believe it's a.
I don't think that's
I
going to
mean,
be in D&D Beyond.
yeah,
No,
it's,
obviously, but you can custom build stuff.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can homebrew items and throw it in D&D.
Oh,
yeah,
I do
I will get to that. I had no idea you guys were gonna get to that tonight. I had the item planned out, but I did not have time to actually go into D&D Beyond. I'm also gonna put it on World Anvil as one of the magic items here.
Okay.
So
Yes. I can obviously figure out that that is not a basic item and that would have to be homebrewed. I just was
Well, I
curious
just-
if it was
yeah.
Wait, who said anything about those turtle humanoids being ninjas?
Quick question. So after sitting down and eating the pizza and the whole thing, would that be considered a short rest for me?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, the pizza restores you can feel the magic of the pizza flowing through you and granting you practically a short rest.
Well, if we hang on, can I Song of Rest again, or is that a long rest thing?
Think Song of Rest is
Short rest, spending more. Nope. So I'll Song of Rest while we're short resting. If anybody's spending hit dice, which I don't know if they are.
I did.
Unfortunately, I no more to spend.
I think, honestly, the only person that took damage on that last combat was Tatanka, and with the short rest, that should be enough hit die for her. It was only like,
well,
was it like
yeah, she had like temp HP, so she really only took 6 damage the whole fight.
I used hit die. What's the roll for Song of Rest?
You add 1d6 to it.
Thank
Oh,
you.
okay. So anyway, are we?
Precisely. the
What
amount
did you
of-
figure out for this? I'm sorry, I'm just pushing ahead for a sec. I'll stop.
No, that's it for me.
Everybody else good? I'll assume that's a yes. So I'm going to ask Kestrel. So what exactly does that thing do?
Kestrel, you fall asleep on
Oh.
us?
I'm sorry. What was that? I didn't hear you.
I asked you what that thing did because I was
Oh.
eating pizza.
My apologies. I did not hear you. I was concentrating quite hard. It seems to have the ability to make the incorporeal tangible.
Does it do anything
Um,
else fancy? I mean, that's awesome. That could.
Not
know a
as
couple
far as I
instances
could
that could be
tell.
handy.
Though it did give me a rather odd vision of a sort of rat-shaped person and some turtles.
Are you sure you're not smoking something? I mean,
No,
I've seen some weird stuff today, but
It was 4 child turtles and a sort of rat man.
Wait, you are having a hard time buying that. You know you're in the presence of a bird person and a fox person, right?
And you're green. I think you should open up your
Also a
understandings of
robot
what
man.
people can be.
I've seen a lot of people, and I haven't seen turtle people, and I haven't seen rat people. That's all I'm
Turtles
saying.
are quite common in certain regions.
I apparently haven't been there. Thank you for that, by the way, Snugs. All right. Anyway, so if everybody's ready, shall we finish checking this place out and make sure there's nothing else we're missing?
Sure.
Because I'm going to need some more flour after those 2 pieces. I'm out, and I don't like that.
I seem to have found some that you have left on other surfaces.
Let me clarify: uncontaminated flour.
You're uncontaminated.
Fucking got him.
Burn.
All right.
Sure,
so if
let's
that's the
go
case,
look for stuff. Is this the
So-
last cooking we'll be doing today, then?
I hope.
Are we doing
I-
anything of substance?
I'm going to go back to where we were before, and I guess we'll push on from there. That's where I'm going.
Oh boy.
They were pushing on then.
Good job, Belzak.
Hey, you're the one that knew how to run that oven thingy, so.
I don't know anything about eating, though.
After anyone watching me, they probably would think that I don't either.
He's right, you know. All right, so
That's what happens when you
I'm-
don't have teeth.
Kind of shrugging off their banter. I kind of just peer down these all 3 corridors that I see that I'm unfamiliar with.
Okay. All right. Same thing as has been through the entirety of this place thus far is that it's still pretty well lit and smooth, smooth corridors of really well done stonesmanship. There's obviously you can detect where the boots came from your at least from making the infer decision that
What?
sorry you can make an infer decision now that the boot marks that you had saw earlier had come from the small bandit group.
Oh. Okay. I got lost at boots. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. But surprisingly enough, there's not really a whole lot of action going on here otherwise.
Well, at this point in time, can I see the wall from where I'm at to it'd be to the south?
Yeah, you can see down there perfectly fine. It's pretty much torchlight that doesn't require any dark or low light vision.
I was just meaning more like I'm going to try and investigate accordingly. So I'm actually going to go down here and check and see since it's not that far away.
Okay.
See if there's anything around the corner.
As you come around the corner, you just see a small room that opens up, and it's just well lit, and there's nothing really amazing about it. I mean, there's a couple of shelves in here that are just bare with nothing on them.
So it's literally, look, if I walk in here after peering in here, I literally don't see anything. I just see like an empty room with some shelves.
Yeah, essentially.
And nothing on the walls, nothing on the floor, nothing that would stand out.
Roll me an investigation.
Ooh. That would, if I remember right, it's +3. It is, so that'd be 19.
Oh yeah, so as you look to the north, you see something odd underneath the bookshelf, and you kind of see an odd plate that shouldn't be there, and you open it up, and there's a truss hidden underneath.
Show me what you got.
So as you open up the chest, you see some fine clothing inside, made out of some velvets and some silks. Both male and female, there's an outfit for each. But, one's a yellowish color, and the other one's kind of got like a black jacket and pants. The dress itself is made out of velvet, and the pants and shirt combinations made out of silk. You see kind of an odd stick figure that looks like in the shape of an L, but you don't really sense anything out of it.
Okay, so currently I found a stick figure, and then silk shirts, velvet pants, or like normal pants, and then velvet like dress.
Yep, a yellow velvet dress and a black silk shirt and slightly torn black silk pants, and basically a stick, a long wooden stick that's shaped in a form of an L.
Lowercase or uppercase?
Uppercase.
Oh, why do we have the same brain?
Okay, so basically black silk suit, yellow velvet dress, L stick.
Yep.
Okay, and that's all I find in here.
Yeah, that's all that was in there.
Does it seem like any of it is like magical or like combat based, maybe, or maybe has some sort of utility, or is it literally just like plain clothes and a stick in my hand?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Ooh, that's not bad. That would be 14.
You can tell that there's something coming off of the wooden stick, but the clothes have no magic to them.
So at this point in time, I'm gonna regroup. Then, if I don't see anything else in here, that's it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna regroup with everybody. I will show them my findings, and I will shake the stick at Kestrel and be like, "You might be onto something here."
What did you say was in that room?
A yellow velvet dress.
No, not in the box.
Oh, it's an empty room with shelves, other than just the hidden chest that I found.
What kind of shelves? Like bookshelves?
He just said shelves.
Yeah, just empty bookshelves, essentially.
What was the item that we got earlier? The You got like some type of rod, Kestrel?
Yes, it can make incorporeal things tangible.
Basically, it makes it so I can cut ghosts.
Pretty much.
It turns incorporeal. It's not like a see invisible thing.
No, it's not for seeing invisible things. It's more like making ghosts tangible, or poltergeists, or similar phenomena.
If you ever wanted to punch a ghost,
Sal, I wanna take a look at this room with the bookshelves.
Okay. All right. As you enter the room again, you see where there was a bookshelf. Now is a open space where the chest was in, completely empty.
He moved the bookshelf and there was something underneath.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, you said there was a plate there.
Yeah, there was a plate. So the bookshelf, and then there was a plate that you opened up, and then there was the chest underneath. So that makes it a bookshelf.
Yeah, I didn't
plate,
think I'd miss with the bookshelf, so sorry.
I just want to look at the bookshelves and just mess with them. Like I want to see. It's odd for there not to be stuff on a bookshelf, because I am a fiend for books. So.
Oh, sure. Go ahead and roll me an investigation. Okay. Yeah, as you focus on the books, you can definitely tell that there was something in here, and it was moved pretty recently, probably within the last few weeks. You're not entirely sure what it was, but you can... Yeah, as in...
Okay.
Yeah, it was basically... You can see kind of a dust outline of lighter dust and heavier dust, and you can tell that something was moved fairly recently from in here, and it was at least 2 or 3 books.
Just. Okay. I won't hold us up any longer with that. I wasn't sure if the item that we got let us see. I was curious if they were invisible books for some reason. I obsess over these things. So.
Okay, so a quick question then, since I'm kind of spearheading this. Do I see anything? Can I see the wall all the way to the north too? Like you said, it's low. Like there's lights in here. Can I see that far?
You're talking about all the way at the end of the hall?
Yes.
Ah, good lord, how long is that?
120.
120 feet.
115 for me.
115 for him, sorry.
What's the usual depth perception of a humanoid in this game?
That is an excellent question.
I want to kind of say yes because I think 100. Because I technically, if you do 300 feet, that's the entire football field, and you should be able to see that in regular light without problem from goalpost to goalpost. So, yeah, I'll say that's pretty good in actual good lighting.
All right. Well, considering I found goodies in that one for the time being, I want to sneak, or not sneak, but well, I guess kind of. I guess I'll go kind of trying not to be like super noisy, just reckless. But I want to kind of go up here and see what's up here.
Okay.
So I guess since I encountered this first room, I'll peer in and see what's over here.
Okay. Yeah. As
You guys are more than welcome to follow me, by the way. I'd like not having to do this myself if you don't want to.
I'm going to try to quietly move past that and go up to the next room.
Okay.
So peering in, what exactly do I see over here?
Roll me investigation for anyone peering into these rooms.
That one's not as good. 14.
16.
So I heard a 14 and a 16.
Correct.
Alright, so the 14 just sees again...
What'd you roll? Sorry.
20.
Oh, okay. So anyone with a 15 or higher can definitely tell that, again, the bookshelves are bare, and there's nothing on them, but you do see the same thing Laura was talking about, the fact that the bookshelves... It's harder in this room than it was in the other, because the dust has had more time to settle, but there were definitely books and scrolls and other items that were in here that were taken out.
Just a quick note. I'd like to move forward, but not too close behind them as to like impede their attempts to be sneaky. But I just want to be close enough to react if something happens.
Okay, that's fine.
So basically, we just see bookshelves. Nothing fancy in the rooms. No weird levers similar maybe to what I found in the other room.
No, fortunately, these rooms look like they were thoroughly cleaned out by some other intruder at some point.
Someone is looting these books.
But who was phone?
Damn book thieves.
Means
Okay,
someone
so-
might be getting ahead of us.
So I'm going to assume that we've all basically shared the same information. And if that's the case, I'm going to move forward right here up to this hallway.
Okay.
Again, like I said, not trying to be like super loud, but
No, you're good.
So quick question, just since I see it on the map and we don't have fog of war. This black area, is this like a pit that I mean, I don't know if I can see it there, but is that what that is basically, or is it?
Oh, you know what? I was actually supposed to remove that now that you guys took care of the puzzle. Boom.
Holy crap, I just figured something out.
Just to be fair, that's the only one that does that. I couldn't find another plain black tile or anything that was in my.
No. It was about something else that just dawned on me.
Oh.
I think it involves your puzzle, but anyway. So, at this point in time, I have I'm usually pretty good with sense of direction. Would I know that if I were to go left, like we didn't go very far, so if I were to turn left, could I basically kind of figure out this probably connects to where that other hall was?
Yeah, I'd say that's for
Without having
certain.
to do that.
Yeah. Or if you want to just do the victory loop, you can even do that, but I won't make you guys waste time for something as small as just map discovery.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. I just want to make sure it's clear. All right, well, I see this room right here in front of me, so I'm going to kind of peer into it and find what's in here.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception check as you enter that room.
Ooh, that one's not bad. That will be 15.
You kind of hear something coming down in this general. Oh, sorry. You hear something coming out of this area, and it definitely sounds. How I want to put it, raspy, and you just hear clattering of feet in this general vicinity.
Does it sound like they're coming my way? Like, have I notified them or no?
No, you can kind of tell that it's just there's no direction to the sound. It's essentially just sounds like something's just moving down there, but they're not. It doesn't seem like anything has alerted to their presence of anyone nearby.
All right, I'm gonna kind of come back here. I'm gonna be a little quiet, but I'm gonna basically relay that I hear something in this room, and that I suggest that because I can see to here, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I'm kind of assuming from here to here. So I'm gonna suggest that a couple people go over here, and we can kind of pincer the room around this way with a couple different groups just in case.
Okay. Set yourselves up or talk about it.
Does anybody have any ideas? What do you think? Like, I just want to move forward.
Go have a look first.
I kind of want to put our more durable people in front just in case, so we don't have a down the stairs incident.
Well, I mean, do
Cough,
you
cough.
want me to poke my head in and see if I can see anything?
Yeah, I'm quite good at that. Though I may alert them to my presence.
I was gonna say, aren't you wearing heavy armor?
Yes.
So
I
you'd
was
be at a
getting
disadvantage. Okay.
I'm
I'm
also-
up for that if you're comfortable doing that. Sorry, Ant, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I'm gonna give myself advantage on my next initiative with Vigilant Blessing.
And I'm going to go very quietly and stealthily and go peek into that room from up here.
I'll follow behind you at a distance, but just to keep an eye.
I mean, I've already kind of went to this point, but that's fine. I'll start going down here, just kind of knowing my direction, being quiet.
Well, I'm gonna
Up to-
enter the room. I'm just gonna see if I can do so without being seen.
Well, no, I'm not going to enter the room. I'm not going that far. I don't want to alert anybody to our presence, so I want to stay back. I'm just watching to make sure nobody comes this way.
Dirty 20, by the way, for stealth.
Okay. I don't think.
So yeah, I'm going to try to take a peek into this room and see if there's anywhere I can hide in there to get a better look.
Go ahead and roll me a. Did you say you rolled a stealth or did you roll perception?
I didn't roll perception yet. I rolled a stealth.
'Kay.
That was
Roll-
the dirty 20.
Okay, roll me a perception real quick as you get to the entrance.
Perception. That is a 16.
Yeah, as soon as you kind of get close enough to the entrance of this room, you take a quick minute to stop quietly, and you're kind of going, oh, well, that's what's making the noise. You now see 4 undead creatures impeding your path in the middle of the room. They haven't noticed you, but you definitely can notice them.
Right. I'm going to slowly back away and return to the rest of the group. I'm going to go back to the hallway over here
So are we all reconvening kind of up here?
and sort of wave my arms at the people going down the hallway. There are some shambling corpses ahead.
Do we want to kill or bypass?
Well, I'm not entirely certain I feel comfortable leaving said shambling corpses at my back.
I think you know my answer to that question.
Urge to kill rising.
What is that from? Futurama?
Simpsons.
Oh, yes, it is.
So are you actually saying that, or are you just making the reference? Snugs?
Yes.
He was making the reference. He wasn't doing it in voice.
I was.
I'm clarifying, because
I
I'm always
mainly-
down to kill stuff.
Well, if I'm just mainly poking at Tatonka, who hears that there are things that need killing and would love to kill. Or am I misreading that situation?
No, that's correct.
And I'm going to quick turn around to Lore, since he's right behind me. I'm going to be like, let's not rush in this time. So just, like, kind of stay back at least a little bit till you see what we're doing. You're usually pretty good about stuff, but
I
Don't
mean,
need
if you're not telling me to set something on fire, I won't set it on fire. I'll just stay there.
I didn't tell you to set something on fire last time.
I was able to pick that somebody really wanted to set something on fire.
We were discussing the possibility of it, not doing it quite yet.
Context clues. I like that you take initiative.
Anyway, I am certainly on board with lighting shambling corpses on fire.
Stay, Lore. No. Bad
We-
Lore.
Lore begins to lift his hand and little flame flickers at his finger, but he, of course,
If
is
you
in the
run in,
hallway.
if you run in right now, you're on your own. That's all I'm telling you.
But should we make certain first there isn't a necromancer about? They could belong to somebody. I would hate to destroy somebody else's property.
I have an idea.
Isn't that
Can
all
you-
we've all been doing?
Can you go in there and use your wand to see if there's anything else in there?
It's not a reveal invisibility. It's just making untangible things tangible.
Oh, you didn't see anything in there. You just saw the
I
shambling.
didn't see any
Cool,
sort
you-
of ghosty things. No.
Okay, never mind. The idea was there.
Just one question before we continue. Do we usually... I've somehow managed to forget the times that we do this, because last week I was here an hour early. Is this usually where we stop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find a good stopping point for you guys, so...
We can stop here if people want to.
Okay.
Can
yeah.
we? Oh, I say if you guys want. I was gonna say, can we just quick figure this out and be ready, like knowing that we're gonna charge this room when we're going in? That way, we're not like trying to figure this out beforehand and trying to
Yeah.
get started there. That was my only thing.
Well, I
I'll
heard
hit
you
them with my
talking,
spells.
and I saw nothing that might look like a necromancer who is controlling those undead. Correct?
Right. You didn't see any necromancer. You just saw four shambling corpses in there. Essentially, and that was it.
So, does anybody know? Do corpses often rise on their own in this realm?
Laura, you can roll a history check with advantage.
I mean, I've kind of sailed all over and I've done a little pillaging. Would I happen to know that by chance?
Not for this island.
I didn't think so, but I was curious.
12.
As far as you know, Laura, you do know that when it comes to this particular island, there's just a lot of stuff that at times may not seem natural. That is, in case of just zombies or other type of undead, sometimes they'll just show up in odd places without the use of any spellcaster or necromancy in the nearby vicinity.
I'll kind of relay that. On top of that, I'll also say, also, I'm a little confused about the construct of the room that we are inside. If this is made by Nerdy, is it not Nerdy's constructs?
It could be.
All of this is part of the challenge, I would assume.
It's possible, I suppose, but it could also be possible that they were the servants of a necromancer around, or they're the dead deceased bodies of other adventurers. So I wasn't certain if it was common for bodies to rise on their own here. It's not something I've ran into frequently in the Feywild. Ordinarily, you'd find somebody doing it on purpose, for cheap labor.
I have a quick question, Kestrel. When you found you had the vision, were the turtles wearing anything, looking anything? Because you said there's 4 of them in there, right?
I did. Were the turtles wearing anything?
I mean, they were wearing sashes and some sort of head cover, but that was about it.
They were wearing some sorts of sashes and head cover.
Sorry.
Did you say you found turtles with sashes on their...
Turtles with sashes, yes.
What?
This was in the.
I had my vision before when I was looking at the staff.
Oh. Oh, God. Okay. I was AFK for a moment getting some water. I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, when she identified the little staff thing, that's what she
Sal,
got a
I hate
vision
you
of it.
so, I hate you so much right now, Sal.
We all expressed similar levels of rage and hatred.
Okay.
So, are we landing on the side of these are wild, naturally occurring zombies, or they belong to somebody and we should avoid them?
I think we should document them for posterity's sake. I'm just kidding. Let's kill them with fire.
I don't.
My hand lights up again.
Not yet. Just a moment.
I don't trust this nerdy.
Later.
I mean, if I'm being honest here, I don't think I would ever think of any scenario where corpses or like dead things walking around is ever going to be what I would need. Though I've seen really weird stuff today, so
Like I said, they're often used for cheap labor.
Tatanka, may I have a word with you over in this side room? There's something I want to talk to you about.
We should follow.
This is a horrible idea.
In there, just letting everybody know.
Some
Nothing is
world's
happening.
collapsing.
Snugs, you're an asshole.
So you want to kill these things, right? I think we should do it.
I'm down.
Oh shit.
I know what he's doing, so I bolt down the other hallway and
Oh, I'm not going to
Yeah.
let you all do this alone.
Well, I'm going to charge it in front of you just because I take hits better. That's the only reason.
I am going to start blade singing.
Okay, we'll hold off there. We'll get initiative and we'll get pre-combat stuff done next Tuesday. Oh man.
Snugs, you're such an asshole.
This is getting too philosophical for no reason.
God
I
bless.
So
agree.
it's undead zombie creatures. Let's go kill the undead zombie creatures. I don't know why we're like
Yes.
studying them for wildlife preserves.
We're not
And the
studying them.
abominations.
We're just making certain they don't belong to somebody else that we're going to piss off who will want to come and turn us into zombies.
We turn him into a zombie.
Bring it. Yes, we make him dead first.
I
Someone
didn't
tries to kill
say
you,
that.
you try to kill them right back.
Oh, and now we're going.
That's the
into
smartest thing
pirate
you've said all
time.
day.
Oh.
Alright.
So-
Too many quotes.
Alright, I'm gonna end the stream there. Join us next week as the group decides to destroy these poor zombies and hopefully not in a non-philosophical way. Maybe, I don't know. Thanks for joining us.